I don't know, man. I haven't been to the moon yet, so I don't know.
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah. A lot of people say that the moon's actually it's a hologram. It's not even real. It's a spaceship. It's all this. We haven't been to the moon.
I don't believe we've been to the moon.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if it's fake.
Shit.
I don't understand how you went to the moon and can't go back.
That's probably why.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
One day we'll be able to get back to the moon. How the fuck did you get there the first time?
You probably did.
Technology is 1,000 times better.
Yep.
Why you can't get there now?
Well, yeah, like, I just don't think they are.
No. Well, what do you mean they're not going to the moon?
No.
I think they are.
They're bringing back some good cheese, man.
Cheese?
The moon's made of cheese. They say that, you know. It's got holes in it. Come on, you ever heard that?
Like Swiss cheese, bro?
Hell no.
It's like some pure, like, angel dust, man. Like, high quality. That's what they're doing. They're going there, they're farming it, they're bringing it back.
That's what Breaking Bad was about.
That's the shit. About the moon cheese. That's funny.
Oh, shit. Yeah. No, I don't trust the government at all.
Exactly.
Like,
Why would you believe? I don't believe anything.
They lied.
I don't believe anything. He said,
bro.
He said, I don't believe anything the government says.
They tell us the Pilgrims and Indians are friends when we're in school. Like, they start lying to us at a very early age.
Yes.
I feel pretty stupid for believing. I mean, how are you not supposed to believe it? Because you're a kid.
It's school, nigga.
Yeah,
you don't expect school
exactly.
School's not supposed to lie to you.
That's what
exactly what
yeah.
they do. Like,
you guys talk. You didn't have Flat Earth on there. You talk about that.
Oh, we didn't have that. This guy is a flat earther.
Dude,
you
the
a
more
flat
I
earther?
read into it, the more I read into it.
Am I a flat earther? I'm kind of in the middle ground on that.
Shit.
I believe that the Earth can be flat. I believe that the moon can be a hologram. It's all just an image that's portrayed in the sky. Yeah. I mean, it even gets biblical when the Lord tells you how He creates the Earth. If you draw down a piece of paper, it's flat Earth.
There's a lot of there's no really, from what I understand, no things that say in the Bible that the Earth is round. It's basically there's a firmament, the dome, all that stuff that's in the Bible.
A separation.
So, honestly, you going to you taking those shrooms, man?
No.
Shit just. So I can't even say it's not flat. Just because the shit we see every day is not real. This shit is
you're going too deep.
No,
so
I honestly think we live in a partial simulation. At least
Matrix,
a partial simulation. Not a full simulation, but partial.
I wouldn't say it's a computerized simulation, but we do live in something that allows for us to believe that everything that goes on, we see, touch, and feel is real. However, it's technically not.
I agree with that.
So,
two words with flat Earth: a plane. You go up in the sky, a plane. Plane. Look up the definition of plane. Plane is a flat surface. Also, sea level. The sea is level. You see in level. They put it right in your face. They put it right in your face.
It does.
It's right in your face.
But that just doesn't... I find it
so
very hard.
What
about all other planets and then the sun and the moon?
Is the bottom of the Earth flat? Like, is it just like...
It's not completely flat. I mean, there's bumps and valleys and mountains.
How come the world doesn't just drop off? How come someone can't just go to the end of the world and just fall right off?
I think it's enclosed. It's an enclosed system, essentially. It's a globe. You look at a globe, a snow globe. It's like
what
that.
If somebody tried to fly over,
if you go too far up, you go too far up, what do you run into? Ice. You go too far down, what do you run into? Ice. Right? Think about it. So if the walls are around us, no matter which area you travel in, unless I can jump on the plane that I know how to fly, I know how to navigate, and literally start in California, set this plane to go straight, drive straight across the world, and end back up in California. You can't tell me anything. Mm-hmm. You can't literally say, hey, it's around Earth.
That's very true. But what about sending things into space and rocket ships and all that jazz?
That depends on if you believe that actually happens.
What about like satellites? There's satellites in the sky. I mean,
I don't know.
How many satellites
how do phones work then?
How many satellites have you seen with your own two eyes?
No one's ever.
So space don't exist?
How does sound work?
Space has to exist.
Hold up, we have to go to the root. How does sound work?
Travels through air, vibration.
What is it? What's the word for it?
Vibration.
Frequencies.
Frequency. Yeah.
What are phones? How do they communicate?
Frequencies.
On a certain level of frequency. Anything that was radio, all frequency.
Yeah, because if phones really operated off fucking satellites, what the fuck are cell phone towers for?
Boosters?
Why would we need boosters if that shit is beaming down to the
that's
entire...
What I'm saying. Is that what they for? Hey, we got to boost this shit. No.
Yeah.
It wouldn't require as many cell phone towers. It wouldn't require that they're that high up in the air.
Because there's satellites over everything. If you don't live in a fucking like civilization type area, you get satellite internet. If that was the case, why is the cell phone service so shitty the further you get away from the city?
That is true.
Makes sense.
Fuck.
Look at water. Water sets level. It needs a container to hold itself. It just doesn't. You don't put it on that mic, and it doesn't stay there. It just it needs to be in a fishbowl. It needs to be in something to contain it.
No, it makes sense. But I just
Gravity though.
But are you a flat earther, Rob?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know. I'm not saying I don't know if I'm a flat earther or not. I'm not a flat earther, but I don't know what the fuck.
Okay,
is
no one
up
can
with
say
anything.
anybody knows what
No,
it is.
some people will like firmly fucking believe shit just because they were told that shit in school.
Exactly.
But like you gotta question shit. You have to.
It just makes sense. I like science, and science just makes sense.
How does it make sense? Because they told you all this shit made sense. They literally taught you that.
But,
oh yeah, this makes sense because of this.
But why would they lie to make that up? For what reason?
To keep us controlled, man.
Why? So we don't leave this flat planet and
Could be. Remember the Truman Show?
Hang out. Oh my god.
They lied to him his whole life so he didn't walk through that fucking door in the middle of water. That's what the whole fucking movie was about.
I think that's the toughest thing. People say, well, why? Why are they lying to us? And then people get stuck on that and they're like, no, that can't happen. They wouldn't do that. Because why? Why?
They would.
Well, I need something to make sense to understand it really.
Like, what all makes sense in life that, like, it's shit you do every day that don't make sense. You fucking go to work for some company for 40 hours a week and they pay you just enough to get by.
For paper.
That don't make sense.
For paper.
Yeah.
Like, why?
It sucks.
Why?
No, I know. I hate it.
That's what I'm saying. So everything doesn't need an answer to why.
But you have to do it, though.
Why?
Because.
Why?
No.
If you don't play the game...
You don't have to do it. All right, if you're playing a game of Monopoly, it's 7 people, right? The game can go forever until someone wins. But if 6 of those people say, I don't want to play the game no more, what happens? That one person who really wants to play the game, who really wants the game to go,
Don't get to play.
That's true. That's true.
So what do they become? Nothing. They just average. They're like everybody else. If people decide, hey, fuck money, we just gonna go and take... If anarchy just happens, right? Now, it is restrictions because you have resources and you have the population. So there are restrictions. But if anarchy just happens all across the world, the society as we know just falls, do you think people would still survive?
Sure. So, a lot of people would. I don't think anarchy means complete chaos and everything's going to fall. It's just you have no one there that's controlling you. You don't need anybody that's controlling you, telling you what to do all the time.
And so what is it? It's no boss. It's no leader.
Yeah.
You know? It's no protection for that one person who needs protection besides themselves.
Yeah.
And whatever they allied to get. So all it was one scary motherfucker who put this entire system together.
Yeah. No, I believe it.
So why, think of like, leading into that, why can't it be a simulation? What is a game? When it, like, at the very root of it, a game is a simulation.
Right.
Virtual reality, man. It's all virtual reality.
This shit is not... Once you see a pixelated cloud, you're going to start to think different about this shit.
Bro, you're wild. This guy said...
bullshitting, bro.
What do you think chemtrails
No
are?
lie.
And that was off of fucking microdose. That wasn't even fucking tripping
Have you ever seen a
balls.
pixelated cloud?
Have you ever done psychedelics?
I've done salvia once or twice. I didn't really
salvia
get...
is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never say never, but no, I never done shrooms, never done stuff like that.
Acid, LSD, yeah.
I like reading it and hearing people's experiences and stuff, but...
And you take shrooms, you take enough shrooms, everything that's not natural starts to fucking vibrate like crazy.
It
Like,
becomes unstable.
yeah.
You can literally see that it's unstable.
Like you can see through it. So like it starts to vibrate so much that you can see through it. Like it's
So you got to
That's
think
good
of
stuff.
what type of game we playing. Why is the game here? It's a reason. Now it's 1,000 reasons. I have my own theory.
I don't know, man.
You have your own theory.
This shit definitely a game.
I'm
and
sure you have a theory.
once you wake up and realize that this shit is not real,
Yeah.
you actually start to play the game. Everybody else is just an NPC.
That's true. No, I understand that. I feel
Non-player
that,
character.
dude.
Yeah.
I feel that so hard.
There's so many people just out here going through the motions because they think that's what they was put here to do. And
Robots, man.
It's
Yeah.
only the people that think about being a part of the machine and hating being a part of the machine. Those are the people that know what the whole system is. Yeah.
All it takes is for someone to wake you up. Like we was at the job today, and I was talking to, And we was talking about the presidential candidacies and everyone who's going and who's running, who you voting for. And believe it or not, she got a little upset with me because I was like, I'm voting for Trump if nobody else appears that I actually like. And she's black, so she's automatically thinking Democrat. That's part of the program.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a whole totally different topic of its own, but that's part of the program. So I'm like, no, it's not based on the individual and what they do or what everything you see. It's about what's actually being done. What do you experience? No matter what they say, what do you experience? But anyway, it opened up this entire conversation. So I led her to the first movie that kind of cracked the shell on me, I would say, which made me say, oh, shit, what I think is real isn't real. And that movie was Loose Change. The 9/11 experience.
I might have seen it.
It was one of the first ones. I think I seen this 2005.
I know what you're talking about. It's where they blew up the whole 9/11. That was like the first big 9/11 conspiracy.
Before Fahrenheit 9/11.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it showed me something, and it's undeniable information. You really have to be naive to be like, oh no, it was Osama bin Laden.
Jake think it was terrorists.
No, you have to. It was terrorists, but it wasn't.
It was terrorists.
It was the American government acting as terrorists.
But why would they do that though? Now that's the question.
That's the question. Why would they do that?
Control the Patriot Act, motherfucker. Yep. We can't do shit now.
That's true. That's a good point.
And how did they get that implemented? And then you're gonna keep seeing these school shootings until what happens?
Trying to take the guns away.
The guns are going to be gone.
No, they ain't.
But you know what they use.
He said, "He's a come take it."
I don't think that they ain't taking guns.
It's one thing that they can use that always
that will start the next
history.
Civil War. They try to take people's guns.
It can possibly do it. But real life, if they started a civil war and we had to go against the United States government,
we'd lose.
Civilians would have a hard time beating them because if they're allowing for you to have these weapons.
Imagine what they got
tucked in the side.
I mean, they got them fucking super soldier robotic suits and shit. Like,
those
exoskeletons. Yeah.
And I even heard theories of it's guns they use that is sound waves. Where it literally shoots a sound wave. It can take any building down. One man can carry this gun.
I read there's also stuff that they can actually give you a heart attack too, like if they really wanted to. Like, it's all sound waves, but...
And with these cell phone towers,
yeah,
all these things, they can literally just pinpoint a certain type of people and just fuck them up because it's so much control they have over the air.
Yeah.
These people have so much control over the air, they can do whatever they want now. They can listen to anything you listening to. They can see anything you seeing. Like, they literally have all this control.
Yep.
Then it always
and they got all your data now because Amazon is selling it to them.
And you're giving them up on Facebook. You're giving
it to them. Yeah, you really do. Yeah. And even though we all know about it, we all still do it.
Because we're programmed to consume.
Yeah. Unless you really just jump off the grid, and that's very difficult. Like, I've looked into it, and it's like, hey, could I do this? Can I do this with a family of 6?
With kids,
you gotta have some money.
With kids, like, you gotta have money.
You gotta have some money to set up your infrastructure. Because you're gonna have to build your own little shit. Like,
that's right. School for your kid. Like, you have to teach your own kids.
You gotta build a school, but like,
for your kids,
you gotta get power. I mean, it's easy to teach your kids. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but
no, you don't gotta teach your kids, man. Just give them, a backhoe and let them go on a farm and start working.
Yeah, man. But you gotta teach them at least like the basics. I'm not saying teach them history or anything like that.
But that's nothing but gathering a few books. Because all the books is going to show you is the theory.
Unless they burn all that.
Yeah, but
YouTube,
which eventually may occur.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully the internet stores all that shit.
But the internet,
if they get rid of the internet, I'm off.
But the thing about the internet, man, the internet can easily be changed. Whatever you read and can be manipulated.
Sure.
At the touch of a few buttons.
Yeah.
You can, if you
but
rely
not every
strictly,
aspect of the internet.
But you got to think.
If they start doing that, everybody just gonna go to everybody in the know is just gonna go to the dark web.
That's
right.
But
the thing is,
it's easy to get
they're
to.
Fighting that. Yeah. Y'all don't know the attack that the government has on the dark web right now. They shutting everything down they can on the dark web. It's a hard entity to beat, but they're shutting everything down. Now, as far as for civilians, they try to pass a PETA agreement. I think that was the name of it, which will restrict the United States citizens to only be able to use internet sources that are in the United States of America.
Oh, hell
That's what China does right now, I think, basically. The communists.
That's some straight up China shit.
And this blew by. It was like a very woke few who caught wind of this and did enough petitioning and everything to get it slowed down, not stopped.
It's like that.
So they're already getting ready to restrict everything that you can do.
So back up, we really started off on the 9/11 thing. and I appreciate everything you just said, and it does all make sense, honestly. But one thing I want to know, the planes.
What about them?
Who were the people that were on the planes? Why were they just sacrificed by the government?
Talking about the passengers?
Yeah.
Yes! The government don't give a fuck about them people. We are pawns to them, bro. They own us. Your social security number, that's not yours. That's theirs. That's how they identify their fucking property.
You're right, by number.
They don't care about us, bro.
No, it's true.
You know what? There's another thing I read is that the planes actually didn't exist, and it was all like holographic. If you look at the videos that people have dissected the videos and shit, and they see, well, you see the wing here, it doesn't go over the over the side of the building like it should, or there's a little blip there. You're talking about pixelated clouds and shit.
Yeah.
So what if that's true? I remember how blue the skies were on that day. I mean, it was like
I was watching it live. Like I literally skipped school that day.
Did you see the second plane?
I was watching Brian Gumble talking about the first plane hitting.
Yeah. They rolled it at my school too.
And as he was sitting there talking, I watched the whole other building get hit.
They rolled the TV on the fucking stand in with the VCR under it, and
So you think they had the technology to like make that holographic back then?
Possibly. I'm not saying that that's the case, but that's one of the theories.
But 2001 or 2000? 2001. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the technology.
Yeah, they had it.
Of course, they're going to show it on TV too. How traumatized, I was in 10th grade. How traumatized, traumatized, but everyone spent time thinking this, and that's what they get all. It's all about control of your mind. They
want to get you scared. They want to get you in the mode of fear,
and then they can do whatever they want.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, please give us more laws. Control us better.
Because we want to be safe, right?
So are you saying that basically the United States is evil, and the people of Iran and Iraq are just...
They're just like us.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm sure some evil motherfuckers over there too. It's evil people everywhere.
Yeah. It's world control, man. It's not based on which nation you're in. It all comes down to world control. So then you have these certain countries that have more. They're more involved in it, and then they're able to spread more influence, and they're used for those tools. Period. You got to think of the United States in general, man. Like the United States as a nation is one of the newest nations, and we are at the top of the food chain and have been for a very, very long time.
How do you get there?
Yeah.
Do you think that happens?
Jacking and stealing and shit. Jack boys.
Do you think that can just easily happen?
Jack the land.
Yeah. But do you think that can easily happen with all these other world powers that have been in place for centuries? And one place can just no, it's involvement. It's a world involvement. It's an entire system. It's not something that just started to occur over the last 30 years.
Yeah.
It's plans that have been in place for hundreds and
centuries.
Have followed this type of stuff along. So us as American people, unfortunately, most of us are sheep.
Yeah.
And sleep. So that's how things like 9/11 can get pulled off. That's how wars can be started. That's
so you're 100%. You think it was not?
The thing is, I won't even say that it was the United States government.
Yeah.
But I would say that they know what the fuck happened.
It wasn't no fucking Arabian terrorists. Whoever did it was from America.
You're 100% on that.
Nigga, try to get in a Jay-Z concert with a box cutter and take that bitch over. At least take over the bathroom. Come on, man.
No, I understand. No, I mean, hey.
Come on, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know. I believe hey, my mind's open to every theory. I'm not saying I believe one or the other, but I can't say I'm 100% on either or. I can't because you just don't.
All right, I'm 99.5% sure.
Yeah. You're all government for sure.
Like I said before we were here,
it was an inside job.
Anything they show you on the TV is pretty much fabricated in some way.
Yeah.
And that it's history is his story. It's the victors. The victors tell the story.
I know it was a reason I never liked history class, and now I know why. Because, first off, whether this shit is true or not, it don't really matter. It's not going to help me in life learning about some fight that happened 300 years ago. But they teach you this shit for a reason, and they only teach you certain shit.
That's because history repeats itself. So it does have a lot of information, but only a certain few will be able to dissect that information and be able to use it to see what's coming. But history literally teaches you what's going to occur in every aspect.
You might say the Bible will teach you then what's going to happen.
The Bible will tell you everything that's going to happen because it's already said it. And if you look at the Bible and you see the events that's going down All of it is already written out.
Then you know the evil can't win. Then that's what gives you some solace. At least in my...
That's my piece.
Yeah,
that's my piece. I already know. Like people like, man, the world's gonna get better. No, the world's not gonna get better. It's only gonna get worse. But are you gonna be upset because that's happening, or are you gonna keep?
You're gonna get like you're gonna get little like areas of false hope. Like Obama was like a little area of false hope. For real, like for real. The shit just been crazy. Like man, the whole what was that one cop dude Dorner that they blew up that house in California or something. It was a cop that like snitched on a bunch of other cops. And went rogue, and he was like hiding out in some cabin.
In a cabin, yeah. I do remember this story.
They blew the cabin up, nobody.
Nope.
Then the one dude in Dallas, they killed with the fucking robot. Remember that shit? The little rope. Like, man, it's like, this shit just be fake. The Sandy Hook shit, I don't believe happened. Like,
you don't believe Sandy Hook?
No.
No.
All of it. Anything,
you think they're all fake?
Most of it. Most of what you see in the mainstream media, they're all controlled by the same 5-6 corporations.
It's distraction and fear mongering, man. That's all. They just want people to be scared and
they control it, man. They control it. That's why really I think the best thing. I think the best thing that could ever happen for our chances is if TV were to go away for a month or two, and everybody went outside and played with their kids. Yeah,
yeah, right.
Man, when I worked at Comcast doing tech support, bro, I never got talked to worse in my life than when I couldn't get a technician to fix somebody's TV in that day. Like
pissed off,
for real, yeah.
Get me my TV.
Like I have people like say all types of shit, bro, over TV.
It's
like
their lifeline.
I can understand the internet.
It is.
Like,
no, it is.
It's current age. You know, you need the internet for everything. The TV, bro.
Dude,
go on your computer and watch TV.
Older people are older. I'm not saying older people, but like people that didn't grow up using the internet. You know what I mean? Like the people that was past their time. That's all they know is the television, and then they teach their kids the television.
No, kids don't give a fuck about TV.
Dude, kids play video games. That's on a TV.
But that's not TV. It's the content.
It's filtered through.
You choose your content when you're playing a video game. TV feeds you bullshit all day.
It does.
But some video games.
Some games.
A lot of them. A majority of them.
But it's a game. You go into it knowing it's a game. You know what the game is about when you buy it.
Not everybody's mind. Everybody's mind doesn't do that. You got to think, if a person watches enough television, this is, like I said, it's a system. It's breaking people's intelligence down. It's breaking their I don't know the word to use, man. Give me a word. It's breaking up the way you should think as a human being. The television is doing that. You come out the womb, boom, you watch
common
TV.
sense.
That's right.
There you go. It's taking away your common sense. You're breaking that down. Boom, boom, boom. I want this life. I want this life. What do a video game give you? Now, you can not only see a life that you want to live, but you can actually make the decisions of that life you want to live inside of that video game. It's still making people escape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it still takes away. It has its part. I was thinking of something earlier, and this is with video games, then we can get back. I was reading a post on Twitter where the girl said, 2020, I'm doing this, and this. I'm buying your video games. And it made me think, like, okay, niggas in 2020, games is a big part. Like, video games have taken away a majority of normal male activities. The games we did play, like go and play pool, go and doing this.
Shit,
do that. Now it's video games. It's another distraction, but it's a more intense distraction on our mind. It's teaching us hand-eye coordination, probably some strategic thought, but that's it. It's taking away so much. Like, they didn't dumb the male down even more.
Now it's going into virtual reality, too. I won't even touch that. I won't even touch that.
I don't like that shit.
Are you serious?
Nope,
I
won't touch it. I won't. I'm not putting that in my eye. I think the TV is bad enough.
I tried it once.
Losing my senses and my common sense.
It's too immersive. I don't like it. It's too immersive.
I played it before. I think it's wild. It's weird, bro.
It's like dope technology, but I don't like it. It takes you
into a different world.
This is the ultimate virtual reality right here.
Yeah.
This is it right here. And I'm pointing here. What we're doing, living life.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yes. No, very true. Very true.
Yeah, that shit is real.
So is chemtrails. That shit's real too, man.
Yes, it is.
Chemtrails and contrails, man. They're two different things.
So what are they, like, what is the purpose of them? I'm not saying I don't believe it, but what are they trying to accomplish with chemtrails? Like, what is it?
I've read a lot of things. I've read personally, I think it's to block out the sun for many reasons, because the sun is the sun and it gives you energy, gives you power. I've sun gazed, man. I think vitamins gives you your strength. I think it's to also to make clouds, fake clouds, cloud seeding, maybe geoengineering. And then
Take
people will say
and stuff like that.
maybe it's to make people docile. They put different shit in it. I don't know. All I know is it's there and I see
itis.
it.
That's what you think the food gives you the itis.
That's
no,
right. That's right, bro.
It's there.
They
damn
always spray
chemtrails
that
giving
shit
that
like early
IBS.
afternoon. It's never like in the morning.
They always spray chemtrails within certain amount of hours or probably even days before it rains.
Yeah.
Because the rain brings the
It's
shit
down.
down to the ground. We breathe it in and it fucks our system up. But like he said, it's plenty of reasons I've heard
Yeah.
chemtrails. I've heard that it lets off a certain metallic dust that alloys for the hallucinations that they're planning to do in the sky or are doing in the sky.
That's why I said
Or
9/11. It was that a start to that. The Michael Jackson holograms and all that. Look how real that shit looks.
That's true.
And now the technology's
said,
increased.
Tupac.
So
You did
what
not
are they
know
doing
Rob
with
goes
that?
Tupac. How did I got
Oh, Tupac's alive, man. Tupac's alive.
You think he is?
I think he's alive.
I
But he's
hope
probably
he is.
resting.
He's in Cuba.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I just want to interrupt y'all real quick. Welcome to episode 8 of the No HR podcast. Here, my name is Rob Cornelius. I'm here with Jake Reed.
Yo.
OG Leo is here, and we got
I
our.
have not approved of that name.
It don't matter. And we got our special guest,
Marco DiCoco.
Marco DiCoco.
Happy New Year, man. I
Happy
think
New
2020 is
Year.
going to be a
Yeah.
good year for everybody. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Even
I think
numbers.
it's gonna be a weird year. I think it might be a year of like war, honestly.
Yeah, but don't let them fool you, man.
That's the
We're-
thing.
yeah.
Well, whatever the government tells you war is, I think that might be happening this year. I just have an odd feeling, bro.
I
Well,
wouldn't doubt
if
it.
it does, man.
doubt
I
it.
mean, it's biblically
We'll be here
prophesied.
talking about it. That's for sure.
Very, very close.
Yeah, I want to go real
Talk
quick.
about that shit.
You talking about Tupac? I was watching Chappelle's show yesterday, season 3, when he was gone, and they did the episode where it was like an old school Tupac song or whatever from like 1994, and at the very end, the DJ goes, "Rest in peace, Tupac," and then it came over and said, I am resting in peace because he's not Tupac anymore. He's out somewhere just having his own life. He's not about that life anymore." That's
You
what
really think that's what happened?
I wouldn't doubt
You think
it.
he faked his death?
The government maybe, or whoever the business wanted to put his name. He's done.
Fuck
He's
that.
given too much truth. He was
He over
looked up.
somewhere in a Caribbean country chilling.
They were like, "Hey, you know what? Stop waking people up. Get the fuck out, or we'll
They
kill
made
you."
him
That's
grow
what
his
I
hair
think, too.
back.
Do you know who? Do you know who else faked their death?
Who?
Brian Schaefer.
Oh
No.
shit!
Yeah, do you
I
know
don't know,
Brian?
man. He
Yeah,
might
Brian
have.
Schaefer.
Brian
That's just
Schaefer.
a nobody.
He's-
Ohio State University student that went missing. He walked in a bar that had
Ugly Tuna
CCTV.
Saloona.
Yeah, Ugly Tuna Saloona. They had CCTV at the exit and right outside the bar, and you see him walk in, you never see him walk out.
But the shit goes way deeper because, and you were there at the time, right?
I wasn't there when he disappeared. At least not that I know of.
Well,
No,
what
you were
time
at
did you go to
OSU.
school?
I was at OSU during the time, and I can remember they
He
talked
says he's
about.
been to the Ugly Tuna.
I've been to the
Saloona.
Other two many times, and they say that there was a security or a
Construction area.
Construction area.
It's
Was
construction area.
It's so crazy because when you brought this to my attention, all of that I forgot about that. I forgot I was even at the bar many times, and all these memories start coming back.
Yeah, all for me, just one day I'm
giving
just
me the
watching
story.
YouTube videos and I see this thing about Brian Schaefer, dude. It blows my mind. What the fuck
You
happened
just saw
to the
this
guy?
recently?
No, it was probably a couple. Whenever I asked
Several months,
you about
5,
him.
6
Okay.
months ago, maybe.
Yeah, a while back. But I mean, it's an older story. The thing that blows my mind, though, the weird thing, his mother, she died maybe the month of that he goes missing. Dad dies like
Also,
a
yeah.
couple months later. What was it?
The wind blew a tree branch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It struck him with a
convenient.
fatal
struck
blow.
him with a fatal blow.
What are the
Killed him.
odds of the wind just blowing a tree branch off a tree? You know how big
Point
this tree-
0001.
Did somebody want the Schaefer's dead? Is my question.
Like, you know how big
and
this
did
branch
Brian
would've had
fake
to
his
be?
death to get the fuck out of there? That's
And what
what I'm
kind
thinking.
of fucking wind was this, bro, that just blew this big ass tree? Like,
That's what I'm screaming, bro.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
why
thing.
would you be outside in this wind?
But back to the Ugly Tuna Saloon. Brian Schaefer,
But hold on, you said they were doing construction?
yeah.
There was a room that I can remember that is basically
In the Ugly Tuna or in that mezzanine by the escalators?
a lot of the rooms were connected from what I remember. So I remember being in there, and it was like there was an elevator, and it was maybe a hole in the floor, and there wasn't much. There wasn't like big machinery or anything like that. It was like a big open room with maybe some caution tape. That's what I remember.
So you think he
yeah.
might have fell through the hole? And
That's
the
a
construction
big
workers just
conspiracy.
like covered his ass up.
Yeah.
with some cement?
That's one of the ways that they think he might have just went down and just fucking died, and somebody threw his ass in the dumpster or something like
Covered
that.
him
You
in
know,
cement, man.
that's right. That's I think either he left out. There was no other way to get out other than that
They
escalator
would
to
have
that
found
door.
the body though.
I don't
Unless
believe
it's
so,
covered
man.
in cement.
That's what I'm saying.
They
If they
would
was
have
like
found the
redoing the
body.
floor or something,
You think they just found his ass and was like, fuck it?
No.
it could have been either they found him and was like, fuck it, ain't want to go through that. Because like a lot of contractors be shady.
That's right.
So they might have been on some, we got a timetable to get this done. We don't want no interruptions. We need this money, cover his ass in cement. Like,
The biggest thing with the story was that the front door was monitored by CCTV, and they went through and they have everybody accounted for that come through that bar that night. And you can even see Brian come out, talk to some chicks, go back inside, but he just never comes out. You've been in the Ugly Tuna Saloon. Is there only one exit?
I don't know. I'm not 100% certain.
Yeah. Who knows what's in the very back there?
You know what's even funnier too?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not a bullshitter. If you know me, if anybody knows me, I'm not a bullshitter. I don't bullshit. I don't really lie. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
And when you're telling me this story, and I'm trying to backtrack in my mind, I almost remember talking to a dude many years ago around that time. I just meeting a random dude, and I'm trying to remember, did I fabricate this or is this a real memory where I was talking to some dude and he was like, yeah, watch, I'm going to disappear. And something about the Illuminati. I don't remember if
He could have been at a party with fucking Brian Schaefer the night before.
I don't know if this is if it's my mind playing tricks on me or if I'm making this up, but I don't like to pass shit off as fake shit. So I really don't know. I barely remember being in the Ugly Tuna until you told me about it. Like it was crazy.
That's wild. But you remember it though. You have imagery.
I was there 100%, and it was around that time because I was there in
that's wild,
the early 2000s.
Simulation.
So I want to know what the fuck happened to him, bro.
Mandela effect, man.
Yeah.
Dude, somebody's out to get his family. Maybe he escaped,
Yeah.
or he got, bro. But yeah, that one blows my mind. I want to know what the fuck's going on.
I gotta see it, man. I've never.
Maybe he went to the
actually
boom
seen
boom room.
He always gonna sneak some Roddy Rich. In
I
there
know he
somehow.
loves Roddy Rich, bro.
That shit's so hard. That shit's so hard.
That is funny.
The rabbit hole goes deep, though, man. If you've ever been in the rabbit hole, that shit, you get into.
Fuck it.
That's sometimes you're like, all right, I'm done.
It's hard to know
It's a
what
good
to
trap.
believe and what not to believe.
You
You know?
mentioned the Mandela effect. Is that something you believe in?
I mean, I think it's possible. I've heard a lot of. I read a thing.
I mean, are there because y'all know you've seen examples of the Mandela effect. Is there shit you remember that isn't how it used to be?
I remember a guy. It was a video. You can watch it if I can find it. He's a guy that they're a technical company, and they have data of companies that sell lots of things, and they were saying that these companies were coming to him and saying, hey, our data is not what we remember. Like, it's not matching up. And he was basically saying, well, it's because of the Mandela effect. And he's just like, it's just, for example, the Berenstain Bears, that's like the biggest one.
That's
Is it
the biggest
Berenstain
one.
or is it Berenstain? And people will go all over the place on it.
It was definitely EI.
I don't remember, to be honest.
I remember that was my favorite part of fucking Cedar Point. Like, I remember that shit. I had the tapes. Like, yeah.
They were bears. That's all I remember. Now, if they change into like dolphins or some shit, then they got an issue.
All right, I got a couple of examples here. You want to go around the horn real quick?
Yeah.
Each guy goes through and says what they think, and then that'll kind of be our way to tell, right? So,
Jiffy.
Well, let me get there. Okay, so Jiffy is the first one. Is it Jiff or is it Jiffy?
It's Jiffy.
It's Jiffy.
It's Jiffy, I think.
No.
It's Jiff.
Never was Jiffy.
It's JIF. It's never been Jiff.
And they didn't do like a promotional change or nothing on the brand name.
Never.
Man.
Somebody must have called it
that's some
Jiffy.
bullshit.
No.
Spell
Seriously, is it fucked up, man?
Looney Tunes.
Oh, shit.
Looney Tunes, LOONEYTUNES.
I thought it was.
I'm not gonna tell you who's
I
right.
thought it was double O's, all double O's.
Double O's? I
Looney
thought it was double
Tunes.
O's. You thought it was Tunes?
Yeah.
It is Tunes. It's not double.
T-U-N, so
It
it's
is
no double O.
Tunes,
Yeah.
not TOONES.
Because wasn't they all like they didn't have
All right,
words?
nice.
It was all musical.
It was. You're right, no,
that
you're
makes sense. Like that.
Does Curious George have a tail?
No. I don't
Shit,
think.
I ain't really watching, but I'm trying to think of the most.
I remember the
recent
books,
shows,
but
and
I
still
don't
remember.
He's a monkey.
I don't remember.
He should have a tail because he's a monkey.
Yeah. He does not have a tail. He doesn't have a tail.
Oh, quick slide in. So the Ninja Turtles originally had tails. but they took the tails off the Ninja Turtles
Well,
because
yeah,
when they made the action figures, it looked like dicks.
That's cool.
Did it really?
How does a tail look like a dick if it's in the back?
It was just a
Well,
silhouette
turtles
of it.
don't have tails. Well, a Splinter has a tail.
No, turtles
Turtles
got
have
them
tails.
little stub
Yeah,
tails.
they have little
They do?
stub
They got
tails,
little
yeah.
nub tails, yeah.
Okay, maybe you're right.
It's like short as fuck. Just
Yeah,
sticking out the back
that's
of
what
the
made it
shell.
look like a penis, so they removed it. Fun
That's
fact.
pretty funny. Fruit Loops. Spell fruit in the Fruit Loops.
I never ate them.
See, that popped up in my head twice because it popped up as the normal spelling of fruit, but that's just my mind. Then it was F-R-O-O-T.
That's how it's spelled. Oh,
I don't remember, to be honest.
OOT. It's OOT.
Why is it always just like letters and just
Because
little
it's-
tiny
it's-
tweaks? Like,
it's-
is it going
little
to get
shit.
bigger? Is it going to be well? You know, I remember that guy Rob. No, he never existed. Bob, I didn't do that podcast. It was Bob wasn't there.
Do you know what they say is causing the Mandela effect, right? That CERN machine?
Okay, over in Switzerland.
Yeah.
The one that's smashing fucking
Like
Particles
it-
neurons or particles
Yeah.
together at
could
fucking
be.
super
Shit.
hyper speeds. Those
Yeah.
guys are gonna get us all killed for sure, bro.
Fuck if I
We
know.
might be dead already.
We might. It's. Hey, I think death and life and death are both illusions, man. Like I said, virtual reality, simulation
Yeah.
theory. I think it's kind of in that.
It's an episode of Black Mirror where these people, it's like a dating game, kind of. Like, they don't know they're in a game, and they just keep getting matched up with these people. Like, that's how dating works in this reality. You just date somebody for a predetermined amount of time, and then that's it. And these two people beat the game by not listening to the time. Like, the time expired, but they didn't stop fucking with each other, and they, like, went over this wall, and then they woke up in real life and was at just some regular-ass bar. And
That's
like,
dude.
yeah.
All of this shit, like movies and shit you hear. There's all the underlying, like there's some
like they
truth
know,
to it.
man.
There's
There
some
is some
truth
truth
to
to
it.
movies and stuff. There really is.
They
Leo,
know.
you were talking about earlier the technology that they have. Like, well, we got guns, but what do they have? I go back to the Dark Knight, Batman.
Okay.
And when Red's in that room and he's got all the cell phones, all the sonar, and they can see everything and hear everything. I don't doubt for 1 second that that's out there. All the
That's
shit
gotta
we
be
got,
real.
all the phones, they can
Yes.
do that if they
I
wanted
didn't
to.
see
Come
that
on.
part. I fell asleep on that movie every time I tried
It's
to
really
watch
cool.
Oh,
It basically just makes it so
I hate Batman.
it pings through all the walls and steel walls, floors,
Okay.
and everything, and can
It's
pinpoint
sonar.
your
Yeah, it's-
movement.
It's
Yeah,
nothing
your
but
sound.
sound. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? When a dolphin makes sound in the water, do you hear it?
No.
No,
They
but at
do.
the same time,
But
it's
there
saying
is a wave there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just out of our range.
If a bear shits in the woods, do you hear
You
it?
gotta think everything is wireless now. So what happened with the few cell phones? Every other person, every 3-4 people had a cell phone. Now it went to everyone having a cell phone. Not only does everyone have a cell phone, everyone has wireless internet. Not only does wireless
Bluetooth.
internet just
GPS.
Bluetooth. You have all of this in the air, man. You can't tell me that it's just in the air for no reason.
That's right.
Just for our communication.
And they talking about 5G supposed to kill us for real. Like they
Man.
say that shit
It
is
might.
dangerous.
It might, bro. They need to chill on that. I don't need
I
to
wouldn't
send a
doubt it.
text any
My
faster
internet
than
don't need to
0.4
it's
seconds,
fine.
bro.
Like
Yeah.
my internet on my phone is faster than my home internet sometimes. Like I don't.
No.
It's cool, bro. I don't need to load Instagram any faster. Like,
Dude, no, Instagram loads in 0.4 seconds.
Yeah.
You know how Google
and
tells
you got an Android, so just
Yeah.
imagine.
Shut up, bro. No, you know what Google tells you? Like 4.9 billion results in 0.8 seconds.
Yeah.
What do you need any faster than that for? You
Yeah.
don't.
I'm
No.
only looking at the first page anyway.
Exactly, yeah, I don't need all the others. That's true. No.
Yeah. What's some other Mandela effect examples?
Oh, shit, I don't
There's
know.
a
I already
stuffing.
done
The one I heard was stuffing, like the popular stuffing. You know, you put it in the
Stovetop?
turkey stovetop. Is it Kraft, or is it what? There's something. I'll look it up or something. I read about it.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's crazy because it's all these little tiny things. Like it's a couple words different, a couple letters different. You know.
But what if the dude who created The Simpsons, because y'all know he's a time traveler.
Here we go.
Huh?
What if,
He predicted a lot of stuff.
what if he's been messing everything up by writing these episodes of The Simpsons?
Just a
Those
dick.
little
He's just a
small
huge
shit
troll.
It's just
It
changing.
could be.
That would
'cause
be so funny.
if all it takes is one person to see the episode, really take it to heart, and do something that changes the course of history, and that would change
The
shit.
butterfly effect, man.
Yeah.
No, check this out. Here's a good one. This ties into our government conspiracy theories. How many people were in JFK's car?
That's just
I don't
recent. That's
It was
recent.
4.
That I don't know.
There was
I know-
4?
I know
It
the
should've
driver
been.
shot
Now
his
it's
ass.
6, right?
There's 6. There was 6 people in that car.
It might.
And nobody saw where
I
the bullet
only
came
remember
from.
the
No,
four.
because he's. I
only
remember
remember
seeing
the
the Ford, but I also remember seeing the picture. That was the extra long Cadillac. It was extra rows of seats in there. So I remember saying that also.
So how do we
but
forget
in the first
that?
picture, I remember 4.
In our mind, we think it's 4, but I bet you if we
mean,
pulled
all
that
we
pic up,
seen was a
pull it
little
up.
ass picture in a textbook. That's what I was seeing it from school.
No, I seen way
I looked
more
it up. I
graphic
watched
pictures,
all.
yeah.
You know, I watch all that shit, bro. Like
I never
have
actually
to.
watched anything about the JFK shit.
No, bro. Like, so where do you think
They had
the
him
bullet?
murdered anyway.
Where'd the bullet come from?
The driver.
The driver. Driver just
driver
leaned
shot
back
him.
and popped him one good
Turned
time.
around.
Pull it up. Let's see. Let's analyze this bitch. No. So there's no grassy knoll. You don't believe in the grassy knoll?
That's the cover story, maybe.
You
The
think
fuck
so?
is the grassy knoll?
That's where they supposedly shot him from.
Yeah,
like
it's
there
like-
was a couple
it's-
people on the grassy knoll. That's basically what you're looking at is the grassy knoll.
Yeah, right there in
That's-
the- in this picture
That's
right
6
there.
people.
Yeah, I don't remember those other guys.
You probably never paid the front
Yeah, that
seat
is
any
true. You
attention.
probably would have never caught it from that view because it looks like
This
if you
person's
really
kind of
not
blocked
paying-
off
yeah.
a little bit, and nobody counts the driver probably. So it's just like, oh, it's 4 people.
Who else got shot? Someone else was shot.
I think the governor or whoever that was in the car, the general, somebody from Texas, got shot.
Them old ass Cadillacs, man.
Okay, like,
So what was
come on,
JFK like a truther? He was woke and he was letting everybody know. So
I
they were
guess
like, we
he
gotta
was
get rid
supposed
of this.
to expose the the fact that there's no Federal Reserve.
He was exposing
Yeah.
that, and he was exposing the world elite. It was a speech that he had coming up that was about to just say a lot of stuff, and that he wasn't allowed for the banks, the world banks, to come in and mess up the economy of the United States of America. He had this big speech that was getting ready because he was about to change a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
and it was not only him. It was not only the government that was mad at him. It was the mafia that was mad. It was a lot.
He
of
was
power
probably
that was
the
mad at him.
last true president.
You're probably right.
These motherfuckers now are just pawns. They're not privy to like the top information.
I never thought the president did anything.
No, back
It's just-
then
I
they
always,
used to tell
I
them
always
shit.
did. I thought it did, but now you learn, and it's like they're
Yeah.
pawns.
Yeah,
but then
they
there's a
don't-
lot of people that think, well, Trump's actually, against the deep state, and I think
That's what I
they're
kinda-
all in on it. think
I don't know.
it's-
Because Trump's also a billionaire, quadrillionaire
Exactly.
guy, you know. So.
Yeah, he's
Trump is
rich.
just a businessman. He don't give a fuck
He's
about
not a
him and his
politician.
friends' interests.
He's not a politician, but politicians are pretty dirty people. So maybe.
They are.
Yeah.
But why would they even why would they let you vote if it actually did something and changed something for the positive? If they were really in control of it, why would they let that happen? I
because
think
it's an illusion.
exactly.
An illusion of
But
power.
some people really don't believe that.
I
Though
feel like
they
that
believe
one
that.
of the no, it's illusion of progress. Never mind.
But doesn't like even
Stand
after
out
the
title.
people
Oh my
of the
God.
United States vote, it still have to
Stand.
go through the House of Elects, and
How's
then they
the
actually
electoral college?
electoral college,
Yeah.
and they actually make the decision.
Trump lost the popular vote.
He did.
Well, by
The
3 million or
electoral
something.
college
Or what is,
is
yeah.
why he's in office.
Mm-hmm.
The electoral college doesn't even make sense to exist in this day and age.
It doesn't.
It was invented because the U.S. wasn't as populated as it is, so those like middle of nowhere places wasn't gonna get accounted for properly. But now it's
I believe that was all fabricated, though. I believe they want you to think that Hillary
Probably.
really won because there was that many votes. But they've known for 10 years who's going to be the president this year, who's going to be the president the next year, what they're going to do once they get in, because they tell you what to do. And if you don't, well, you get the JFK treatment or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I
Kanye
ain't gonna even
coming
lie, yes,
2024.
everybody, I am black, but I feel like Trump is going against a lot of their rules.
because
See,
Trump doesn't
you think
follow
so?
rules. Trump
Yeah.
has his best
That's
interests in
it.
mind.
You're right. You're right.
So
He's-
you gotta
He's not
respect
thinking
it,
about the
like-
government. He's just kind of thinking about himself.
Yeah,
honestly.
he's not playing their game.
No.
They're pissed at him. They want him out of there, but they know they can't.
Well,
there's
they're
so-
trying their best.
Yeah, there's so many, you don't know what's real or what's not sometimes.
Yeah, they're trying their best, man, and it's. But that's it's a reality TV show right now.
it
you
truly
know.
is. It's on TV, so it's,
Yeah.
it's
It's a reality television show. Everybody's entertained and distracted.
I mean, what
Bread
did
and
Trump
circus,
blow
man.
up off of before? Reality TV. Like people who didn't like everybody knew Trump's name, but like people didn't really start seeing Trump until he had that fucking show.
you're fired.
And
You're
now
fired.
he back in that same spotlight. If not, well, definitely bigger. But yeah,
But there are still people that they hang on, whether they're Democrats or Republicans. They want you to be divided, whether it's black versus white, whether it's left versus right, Republicans versus Democrat.
Hold up. Think about this one. You got two totally different governments. You got a legal government, which is the streets of the United States of America, and you have the official government, which is the Republicans and Democrats. Why they both one set red, one set blue? Has that ever crossed your mind?
No.
I mean, just
You don't really put that two and
there's
two
only
together.
so many
though.
colors.
No, that's no,
That you can see.
that's not. Yeah,
That you can
you
see.
have that you can see. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But it's 8 in your basic crayon box.
Yeah.
That's come on.
Colors
Who
of the
wanna be a
rainbow.
Green gang just don't sound.
It's green gangs out here.
Yeah, but
It's purple gangs out here.
yeah.
But the
The Bloods and
majority of the
Crips.
ones
Why
that
are the two ones
are
you know?
advertised the most are
That's
the
right.
Bloods and the Crips. Same thing as the Republicans and the Democrats.
Yeah.
That don't never cross your mind. Like that's weird.
That's
I mean, it
weird.
is
No,
a
that
little
is
weird.
weird. I didn't really think about that, but
That's
But those
that's
like
ill.
the two main colors they push at you from the moment you
But
born.
those are
That is-
also the
no.
two main colors on the United
Pink
States
and
of
light
America
baby blue.
flag,
Yeah.
bro. They're on the flag of
they
our
are.
country.
They
Yeah.
are.
Fuck. Yeah.
America's a
about it.
weird fucking place, man. It really is. I don't know what to think anymore.
We on stolen land, man. We paying for all this shit. They wronged the Native Americans all them years ago, and we paying for that shit. That's what it is,
Unfortunately.
The rabbit hole goes deep.
man.
Let's descend a little deeper. What is everybody's thought on
You got
Area
your rappel
51?
rope.
Yeah,
Area 51. It's
Yeah.
too popular now. It's a tourist attraction. It's
it's no
longer
real
valid.
thing anymore.
Yeah, I believe back in the day it may have had some things going through.
They
I
moved
believe
out
they
of
may
shit,
still
yeah.
house some high what's the word I'm looking for?
Alien.
No, not no aliens. Like if the aliens are still there, they're like pretty much living there. They got their rooms and shit.
They got the
Yeah,
PS4s and the
You know what I'm
Xbox.
saying? They doing whatever they want. But at the same
It's like
time,
a dorm.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's I don't think it's nothing big going on there
Yeah.
anymore.
Deep underground military bases. You heard of that? Dumbs is what
Yeah.
they call them. That
Dumbs?
could be where. Dung, no. Dumb.
Dumb.
DUMBs. Boy,
Dumbs.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where there's like many levels where there's different, cloning,
Oh.
aliens, all kind of shit, man. Like,
Speaking of underground shit, you hip to the Denver airport, right?
See,
it's
that's
a big
my other
Nazi
question.
sign. It's a big the Denver airport. You ever heard from above? It's a swastika, which
It's
Yeah.
a,
Is that
I
what you were gonna say?
Not that. I mean, I didn't hear that, but I heard it's like, I don't know, it's like built on a giant pentagram or some shit.
What?
Not the shape of it, but like the surroundings of it, and it's like they say it's a city under it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
A
It's huge.
city?
I've been to that airport. That airport
Underground
is
cities.
fucking huge.
I've never been to it. Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
heard
they-
Cleveland technically has an underground city.
No, I
That's
mean,
nice.
like,
no, I'm just
assault
bringing it
mines
up.
and
They
shit,
talking
it
about for
could
the
be.
New World Order, like a real city, not like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but even those, like, I mean, have you? I was watching some
There's
TV
people living
show,
underground in Vegas. I saw that shit in like.
and they
90s.
have bunkers built for like the rich. You can buy these bunkers for when the world goes
Oh,
to
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like they already
still be
have them
fucked
there,
in,
so
yeah.
I'm
Does
sure
kinda look
that
like
Damn. Yeah.
they have places for the elite. That's going to be there.
Don't that kind of look like a swastika
Yeah.
a little bit?
Well, real quick, the swastika. I mean, Hitler
Listen
in
to this,
Germany, they perverted that, or at least I think whoever the United States or whoever's in control that perverted it. The swastika is a cross, and it's been back in Jainism and Hinduism. It was long revered as positive and altruism. So they perverted it. Basically, it's been perverted. It's actually, they think that it's actually the movement of the cosmos, basically how that moves and everything. So, but most people, it's ingrained in our head. You
As
see the
Nazis,
swastika,
yeah.
you think of Hitler right away.
You
You think
do.
of the destruction right away, and that's
do.
like that. They catch you off guard with that. So, of
Yeah,
course,
you
it
think
is
of
in that aspect.
Racism automatically.
Exactly.
I was using the bathroom outside of here. I walk in there. I go.
What?
Take
Well,
the
you
piss.
use that random restroom?
Yeah.
You use
I
that
walk
shit?
outside. I go take the piss, and I look directly in the wall. It's a big ass swastika sitting right there.
Shut up.
Yeah, they put that all over the place.
Real life. Like you can walk out now and go take a look. It's gonna be.
The fuck,
right
Rob? What the
I
hell?
ain't been in there. Shit.
I'm surprised you went up in them
there. Yeah,
motherfuckers.
the
It's
motherfucking
sketchy
door was
as hell.
locked. This dude wasn't here yet, so I had to piss.
Damn.
But look it up though. It was way before
Had to get
Hitler.
that bag.
It wasn't racism. It was altruism, good luck. It was the way that the universe and everything. Real quick, when I went to Italy, I went to Napoli. There's a castle there, Castle Sant'Elmo. From above, if you look on Google Maps, it's a it's a Jewish star. It's a castle that looks
Star
like
of
the
David.
Star of David. There you go. It looks exactly like the Star of David. Like,
Not anymore. It doesn't. Probably after that fire.
Where in Italy? Fire in Italy?
Oh wait, no. What wasn't there a fire?
That was like the cathedral or something.
Oh, you're talking about.
Did you say Saint Elmo or no?
Santelmo.
Oh, Santelmo.
You're thinking of the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Yeah,
Notre
Dame.
Okay. Yeah,
no, but people have done that for years. They build things like talking about on the moon. We were talking about was the face on the moon or the
pyramid or whatever.
The pyramid. People do that shit. They build things from above, but there's a lot of shit.
What about the pyramids?
Oh, it does.
Bro?
Exactly. That's where I was right there. Look at that.
Damn.
That's
does.
I mean, that's the Jewish star. That's the Star of
David. It really does
right
look
there.
like the Star of David.
How did they build the pyramids?
The pyramids, bro. That was
a
baffled
Nephilim, man.
me, dude.
It was a
I'm
Nephilim.
thinking scaffoldings.
He thinks so logical. Like
Look,
they use
man,
a lot of strength, sound waves.
I try to say. I try to look at both sides. We should have
big
both
giants.
sides.
But a pyramid, from what they say, is a pyramid has a diamond shape. So the way we see it outside of the Earth,
it's
you go in the
under
pyramid,
the same
it's
thing.
the same exact way.
So why has nobody tried to dig up and look?
Why would they do that?
But how would they even do that?
Because there's got to be something going on down
So
there.
they dug a hole
For support.
No, I'm saying, but how? How do you build down like that?
Number one,
back then?
they're going to tell you the pyramid's there. They're going to show you certain pictures of the pyramid, but they're never going to tell you what's actually in the pyramids. Unless you have authorization to get in there,
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
true.
going to see it. It's too much knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I seen a post, man. They was like, they teach us all these different languages, but I've never seen a course that's regularly available on hieroglyphics. And with hieroglyphics, even if you can read them, are you going to be able to get to the locations to read where all the actual knowledge is?
No.
You know what I'm saying? You never know what's actually in the pyramids, man.
I heard their energy, man. It's like it's energy vortexes or whatever. The vortexes in the earth, the chakras on the earth, and it lines up with the stars or Orion or whatever.
I've heard that.
Maybe so. That's what most people think. Well, the people in the past were dumb. Well, no, there's advanced civilizations way back. We're talking way back from 1900. Way back, man. So
people think we're smart because we have all this technological assistance.
Yeah.
That don't make us smart.
That came from back then. Even they say like Atlantis. You hear all these things.
I would not doubt it, man.
Isn't it crazy to think that there's parts of the Earth that's pretty much still been untouched by us? That there could still be even more
Like
ancient knowledge and shit like that. Deep ocean, or even just caves, deep mines, caverns that haven't even been explored yet, that there could be hieroglyphics,
Inner
more
Earth,
knowledge.
Man. Inner Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Well, white people, get on y'all shit.
If I had the money, all four of us would be taking a trip to each and every one of these. You coming with, bruh? You gotta document this shit.
No.
For the
I'll stay at the hotel. Y'all bring it back. I'll edit it.
I'll stay at the
You think a
hotel.
booby trap gonna fall?
I know.
No,
leave it
I'm
out.
not going. I've seen
You gotta go, bro.
I'm
You
not
gotta
going to no
document
caverns,
that
bro.
Catacombs. We're going into the catacombs in Paris.
Anything
We're
that
going
start
to
with
the
a C, I
catacombs.
ain't going to.
Cleveland.
Yeah, hell no.
Shit, dude.
That's funny.
Oh shit.
But yeah.
It's deep, man. When you really start, and I had a period of life, man, like about a 5-6 year stretch where I started looking for information, man. And you find so much, dude. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
The internet has
very overwhelming. Yeah, the internet has opened up a lot of information for anyone to get to. You know what I'm saying?
YouTube will fuck your whole
It's
day
got
up.
anything and anything.
It does, yeah. But you don't know what's real and what's not.
No, but it don't matter. That's the thing. That's the bad part. It doesn't matter. People will get hooked on some shit that's fake and just fall right. All them fucking Russian bots and shit, like they just be putting out shit that will grab people's attention.
That's true, yeah.
And they fall into the wrong rabbit hole.
That's right.
That's why my biggest advice is whatever you hear, just take a second and pause. And just don't go into it thinking. Take everything with a grain of salt. That's what they say.
Take everything with a grain of salt and cross-reference.
Yeah. And
check
think
other
about
sources.
Think about it.
And also cross-reference. You're like, okay, this person was at this site at this time. They said this. This person said they were also there. These two things line up. This doesn't. So I can go with this thing that lines up from both of these people, but these two things are still up in the air. Like you just gotta kind of.
And people don't like studying no more.
That's right.
They want to be force fed. They want to. It's easy.
It's
a video.
Like you said, how stupid are some of those ads? when you see like on the internet, like you said, those Russian fucking they're just force feeding us ads. There's not hot
Not
Asian.
even just ads though.
There are
there's
not
some hot Asians.
There are not
Yeah.
hot Asians in my area, bro. There are just not hot Asian milfs in my area looking
Bro,
to
I live in
fuck.
Compton.
Yeah.
You can buy one. You can get one sent in.
Yeah, there's
maybe.
no big booty like Latinas around the
I
corner
love me
from
some
me.
Japanese women.
Yeah,
That shit be
he's got
killing
yellow
me.
fever.
Yeah, Hot Mills wanted you right now.
but
She's typing to
who
me.
actually clicks those links?
Apparently, there's gotta be people that do it, 'cause otherwise they wouldn't be there.
That's
old
right.
People. Old people.
Desperate.
My
people.
dick
No,
grew
old
fucking
people
19
don't know
inches
any
after
better.
watching this video.
My grandfather got a laptop like maybe a couple years ago.
That dude's jerking it all day, all night, bro. That's how he's gonna die, bro.
He like my
I'm sorry.
laptop got a virus on it or something, so I go pick it up.
Yeah.
There's nothing the keyboard.
I bring it home.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
I bring it home. I open it,
Give me some isopropyl alcohol.
turn it on, and it's just a pop up going like it's just a bunch of pop ups on the screen.
Oh, shit. And you're
I'm
like clicking, they're just
I don't know how
popping up,
those got
popping up.
there, but
I
they
just
got a
put,
virus.
I mean, he told me. No, he was like, yeah, I was on the porn
yeah.
sites.
I
Like,
swear. How old's your grandpa?
huh?
How old's your grandpa?
He was in his 50s when I was in high school.
Nasty
so, yeah.
dog. I like him, dog.
Yeah.
I like him. That's funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, that shit. But yeah, old people is who gets caught by those.
You're right. You're right. That is funny. Ever since I was a young kid, it just never made sense to me seeing those ads on any website. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
has science gone too far? Man's dick bigger than thigh. Like, I don't know. It's just so funny.
Oh,
You ever
shit.
see those ones really get me where they just pull a random picture of some fucking random dude off the internet and just put, this ugly motherfucker is fucking hot chicks. Just
Imagine how bad it would be if you that guy.
You just pop up
you
on
going
there
to look
like,
at porn. It's like,
God
what the fuck?
damn, yeah. That would
You took
suck.
my Facebook profile picture, bitch.
That shit is so funny.
Oh
That's
shit.
funny. That's funny as shit. But yeah, man, they're gonna get us, man, with everything that's in the air. Are y'all hip to HARP?
The weather changing. Yeah.
Look up William Reich in Oregon, man. I actually don't have. Actually, I do have it here. It's supposedly Oregon. It's supposed to.
He carries this thing with him
It's
everywhere.
supposed to mitigate those negative effects. It's like, just different metals and shards and pendants and what do you call it, rocks that they're supposed to transmute that and negative shit and make you protected from that.
Uncut
I'm
Gems.
really it's my my scientific Uncut Gems. Yeah, I did see that movie. It was
Hey, I see
It's
it
interesting,
too.
yeah.
Good.
Where'd you get this?
it's all right. And, I bought that off eBay a long time ago,
Okay.
10 years ago. But there's Oregon pyramids, and if you look up Oregon, it's basically William Reich. He was I don't know if he was killed or if he just died, but it's just it's a lot to talk about. I don't want to get into it right now, but
They say it's some area in like Arizona that's like, I don't like some mystical type shit. It's like Sonoma or something. It's like some vortex or some shit. I
What?
forgot. Yeah, it's
Where
like
they just don't... Is that where they don't observe the time zone?
somewhere in
possibly.
Arizona.
Somewhere in Arizona, they don't
just don't-
observe the
yeah.
time zone change.
Time doesn't exist. We ain't getting into that.
Time
Yeah, I
is
was
just a
thinking about that,
concept
man.
that we've
Yeah,
created.
time is just a construct that we
Yeah.
invented to be able to measure
It's bookmarks
time.
for life, man. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, these are the chapters.
Yeah.
Hey, these are the pages. That's all time is.
Calendars
That's the
don't
document
exist.
Shit.
Days
All
don't
the-
exist.
Yeah, you have night and day.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's really irrelevant.
There ain't no
because-
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's
No, yeah. And we don't know exactly how many hours in a day because the shit be flipped like.
Wouldn't it be
Oh,
nice
yeah,
to
they
just
fucked
live
that all up.
not knowing what day it is? Like,
No.
not to have to live by
No.
a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I mean, yeah, because I guess I ain't got no job if that's the case.
That's right.
Shit.
That's right. Just live
I'm
your
living
day.
it. I'm
living it.
Wouldn't it be nice to just wake up and just live your day?
Yeah.
That's how it should be, man. That's how it should
That's
be.
how it should. That is how it should be, man.
That's how
like
it should
I don't
be.
remember if it was you or if it was you or if it was you. One of you motherfuckers was like, I think it was the human body wasn't made to work 40 hours a week or something like that.
That's like something I would say.
That's all arbitrary, 9 to 5. It's what they want to get you in there.
That's the thing, yeah. Like the body wasn't made to work all this time. You're not made to do these manual labor tasks for 8 hours a day. You're
sitting in a chair,
sitting in a chair, or
friggin-
just really doing anything. You're not supposed to do it 5 days a week in such routine. You're supposed to just.
But you got to make that money.
That's right. And then
Oh, shit.
I hate it, but
We're
boy,
slaves.
do I fucking want it. Like
You don't want it.
You have to survive.
You need it.
Well,
You
yeah,
need
you
it. You
need-
need
yeah,
it.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even
No,
though
you
we
don't-
know
you
the
definitely
game,
don't want it,
even though we
motherfucker.
know the game, we all gotta play it.
But what if everybody just stopped playing it though? But are they
I
going to
was
stop
running
playing
from the
it?
game
Let's
for so
get
long,
that movement,
bro.
Yeah, you did.
I was running.
He was on dip. I was like, man, I'm not doing this.
What?
I was
This
running,
is not
bro.
unemployed for a while?
I didn't become a responsible adult until I was 30 fucking years old, bro.
What is responsible though?
Like
What?
moving out of my mom's crib, like get working full time, getting my own spot. Like,
Yeah,
I mean-
he was escaping it for a very, very long
I was
time.
running, bro. I did not want that responsibility, and now I know why. Like, this shit fucking sucks. I feel like a fucking slave.
And that's
It
what
is-
we
sucks.
are, bro.
Well, listen, they say, your parents will say, anything over 18, I don't owe you anything. Well, who told you that? The government or whatever? The same people, that your parents are saying that, but yet they're shipping you off to school while they go, and you don't see them for 10 hours a day. Oh, thanks, Mom. I'll see you and make me dinner in 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then
We'll
we'll talk about
time.
while we're getting indoctrinated in school and they're telling all these bullshit lies.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, school, man. Having a kid now.
Like, what these niggas
Thinking
make
about
up their
sending them to
mind? Is
school
Pluto a
sucks.
planet or not?
Right now, it's a planet.
Like, that's bullshit.
Well, to you guys, what's a planet? Is Pluto flat too?
You say what?
Well,
Is Pluto flat too?
We just going
Pluto
based
might
off
not
of
even
science
exist,
theory.
as far as we
yeah,
know.
it's
Fuck,
Fuck
we're
Pluto.
going off of science.
No,
yeah,
I
if we
did
can talk
see-
real for a second.
Pluto might just be a dog from Disney, bro. That's like,
No, Pluto. What did Jerry Smith say?
I don't remember.
Pluto is a planet.
Oh, yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
man. Rick
yeah.
and Morty.
you only know what you are told.
told,
That's
yeah.
really
That's
the
right,
truth
and that's
of it,
the
man.
sad part.
Like, Hans, like, what if the Star Wars characters were real fucking people and those were the real planets and shit? And, like,
And then
that
so
was
let's-
our real history course,
Yeah.
but we get taught the fake shit. Like you never know,
Hey,
man.
we doing too much. Let's sit these niggas down and dumbify them.
Yeah, like, what if this
Honestly.
is like, that's too advanced for these people. That's, yeah. You never know, man.
That's
For real.
funny. But man, yeah, it's one of those things, man. You can go through life either like, hey, all the information I got, I live off this information. I love scientific theory, keyword theory, and this is what I base everything on. Or you can be one of those people, be like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but it doesn't affect me. It's not a part of my reality. That's how I live life. Like, I even tell my wife and kids, I'd be like, hey, I came home, the house junky, but we cleaned it when we first got here, and everybody just. But in my reality, it's junky. I haven't seen it clean today.
You know what's funny? You say that. I was just in my house saying that he thinks, or well, not saying that you think it, but the theory that no one sees another person the same way that I see. Like, I don't see you the same he sees you. Maybe I see you differently than he does.
Yeah,
And I see you differently. Like, do you think that's true or not?
No.
I do. I used to have a theory of color. Like,
Maybe
looking at
color.
No,
but like,
That's on the physical, but
your hair looks the same to everybody, bro.
But
That was good,
the
that was
thing
good.
is some people may think he has a lot of hair or he looks good, and then other people
That is
don't
true.
Think.
I mean, that's perception.
But it's all perception.
It
That's why
is.
people say there's an objective. There is really no objective. It's all subjective based on each individual. There is no.
No, I mean, there's certain shit like, this is a line going down a wall. That's
Okay.
objective.
Okay, but I may think that line is. Okay, you're going very basic.
That's what I'm saying. Some shit is just objective. That's my point. Like, some shit,
okay.
a circle is a fucking circle.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True. But the version of you that I may think of is different from the version that Leo may think of.
Yeah.
So
It depends on what you take into account. Like, just physical appearance, personality. Like,
how do you know though what I see through my eyes? You don't. You never even seen your own self. You can never see
That's
your
true.
own self. In the mirror, it looks different. The
Yeah.
mirror is a
It's
reflection.
not a
different.
100%
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
complete.
I think
true.
you would trip out if somehow you were able to move your consciousness into somebody else's brain and see you. You'd be like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Right.
Do enough
No,
shrooms,
it would.
you can do
See? Yeah.
enough shrooms, you can hop right out and be like, oh,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
nigga, you blue?
No, that's wild. Yeah. No.
yeah.
Why you got glitter shining off your face? What the fuck is this?
Hey, I told Rob the one day, I was like, man, sometimes I'm scared that like I'm really slow, and everybody around me is just like real nice, and like they just don't tell me, like, just don't tell him, let him think that he's like one of us.
You didn't say that.
Bro, I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what if? But there's so many like what ifs on that, but I don't know. It's just.
You just gotta be curious, question everything.
That's right.
Be
You kind of
inquisitive.
have to.
Be resourceful, man. Don't get all your information from someone else.
No.
Do
Fox
your own
News,
research.
man. I listen to Fox News.
In the words of Jadakiss, why? That is the first question.
That's one of the fundamental questions.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
If you ask why, you will find out why, but that's gonna lead you to another why.
That's right.
You get what I'm
A
saying?
couple
So
hows
that's the
in there,
biggest thing.
No, why is gonna lead you to how, and then it's gonna lead you to another why, and this is like a cycle. Just why, how,
But
how,
you,
yeah,
how,
why,
why.
how
but you
are the
always
real-
gonna end up with why.
Yeah.
The human curiosity wants you to know those things. You know, I think your brain just works that
But
way.
everybody's not like that.
No, that's not.
Some
that's-
people are
that's
just
very
like,
true.
let me just put my head down and keep it moving. Like they like scared.
That is true.
They
I
scared.
can't imagine being like that.
Or they're
Like-
just NPCs. Man. They
That's
just,
what I mean.
you
Just
tell them
NPCs.
something and they're like, oh, okay, that's it.
Hold up, these two police officers that we seen when we were on the mushroom trip. I wonder if those was NPCs.
The ones that drove
Because
past the car.
they drove past, what, 2-3 times?
Yeah.
Made the same exact look.
I'd be scared as
Stood
fuck,
up in
man.
the same
They
exact
stop leaning their
spot.
heads forward at the same time. Like stop, like not stop completely, but like slow down to a damn near complete stop. Lean their heads forward, looked in the car, kept going.
Damn.
1 minute later, same exact thing.
It take longer than a minute to get around the block, bro.
Yes, it does.
And this was like an actual like.
Oh, you guys were tripping, man. You didn't even know what was going on at the time.
No.
It was
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Time, when you-
time didn't exist.
When you
Yeah.
But
tripping,
I was more focused than he was. See, the thing is, we were on different levels.
I was gone.
He was gone.
I thought I was dead. I thought we was dead.
Yeah, we both thought we were dead.
I kept asking him, "How did we die? Like, like, how did we get here?
Either how did we die? Because you feel like you're dead. Like it's literally.
Like ego death is a
I
real.
don't know.
You
If,
really
ego death. There you go.
Yeah, you
I don't want to
as
feel
a-
like I'm dead.
Oh no, that's what it was.
No,
Ego
but that's
death.
what you think at first.
Yeah.
Like you like, because I'm like, how did we get here? Because you kind of got this little like fuzzy haze around everything. Certain shit is vibrating, certain shit ain't, and you kind of feel like you're in like purgatory or something. I'm like, how did we get here? He like, we
took some
we took some.
shrooms.
That's what he said. We took some shrooms. I'm like, yeah, but how did we die? Because it just feel like I'm like we had to be driving to just fall off a bridge or something. Like this shit.
Yeah,
it just
seemed
felt like
you-
the beginning of Beetlejuice.
You
Like when
instantly
they
just left. Like you left and we moving, but we're in this. We see each other as normal, but we're in the spirit. That's what it felt like. You're straight spirit. Everything is in it. You're looking at things and you're observing reality for what it is, and you know certain things just don't make sense. So you know the reality that we living in is off balance. You're in sync with what's real. So
think
you're in
you-
sync with like the trees.
Yeah.
I think you be in sync with both at the same like where
You're-
we
you're
was
in
at.
between.
Where we was at, I think we was like on
Yeah.
some in between
Yeah.
shit. If we took like 7 grams,
But
we
se-
wouldn't have seen regular life no more.
I think that's true. I think that's true. Because his kicked in, his were off, mine's kicked in. And that's another thing. The timing was impeccable.
Yeah.
Like we both took the same amount at the same exact time. Did the same as moved the same exact way. Now I have more body weight, so that may have took time for mine to
Maybe.
kick in.
Yeah.
But no, mine didn't kick in till his ended.
That's a big thing.
And it was like precisely when he ended and I got comfortable, boom, I fall out. I go to sleep. He say 5 minutes. I feel like I was knocked out for about 3-4 hours.
Damn.
I wake up in totally different place.
The funny thing is, fungus when it's growing through the mycelium, each
No.
mushroom can talk to each other through the mycelium. So if this mushroom over here senses like a contamination, it can tell the other like mushrooms through the mycelium, and they will either grow faster or like grow smaller to try to push the mycelium out that way to fight the contamination.
What?
So they
It's
could,
intelligent life, man. It is.
Yeah.
It's
so they
100%.
could still operate like that.
And then you eat the
After being-
motherfucker.
He's dead anyways. You're gonna
Yeah.
be dead anyways. No. But they know that's their purpose in life.
That's right.
Well, when you're on shrooms, you talk about, things that disappear. I always talk your name. Your name, it doesn't exist. Your social security number, even that don't. You're a number to the government, but your name don't exist. You identify to your name. I was given my name by my parents.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's on an ID card, but that don't even exist. My name. Marco DiCoco, that don't exist.
That's
It's
right.
just a
a
construct.
application.
It's just a construct. So you don't have to call everybody guy or hey.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So
Right.
every- like,
Right.
You
Guy.
speaking
Hey,
it's an
buddy.
ego thing. It
It's-
comes to like motion in life comes down to ego. Nobody needs a name, but don't nobody want to be addressed as guy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I heard language was created so we can lie to each other. When I heard that, I was like, really?
That's kind of deep.
Really?
Yeah,
Because people communicate with symbols, they communicate with hand gestures, they communicate with eye contact. But then why is there's so many different fucking languages? Well, it's because people are far apart, and they create it on their own. But really, there's so many.
I have a different.
Ain't the Tower of Babel
Different
from
theory?
the Bible?
The Tower of Babel. That's where I believe it's a lot of.
What
different
happened
languages.
with? I
Explain
forgot
that to me.
that story.
So the Tower of Babel, the people of the world all came together, decided to build a tower that would make it to the heavens. When the Lord
That's
seen
what it
he
was.
doing. He said,
Where were
"Okay,
you?
let's separate them. Let's break them up, and let's change their
That's what it
languages to make
was.
it hard for them to
That
communicate."
That's what
And that's
Remember I was singing
when
it today?
everyone went from one centerpiece of the world, and he spread it everyone across.
Why'd that motherfucker do that?
Yeah.
Because they was trying to reach the heavens on some thirsty
Yeah.
shit.
Pretty much.
So he was like, well, you can't have that, you can't do that.
Pretty much.
You cheating.
Yes.
You trying to cheat the game.
You're trying to go past the firmament. You're trying to go into the heavens, a place you don't belong.
And then what we're all trying to do.
No, I'm just trying to live life.
I'd like to live life, but I'm not allowed to.
Not with having to, strive for
Corporate
that
9 to
paper.
5,
And
fuck
and
no, bro.
fucking- It's paper. It's fucking paper.
But
It's
you
got
need
the,
it
it's
to
got
live.
The,
No,
it's got the all-seeing eye on
it's
the back of
plastic
it.
now.
Oh,
That's right.
Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
I think
it's
that's the
all
next
digital.
thing.
This dude
man.
loves Bitcoin.
I got one Bitcoin. It's worth what, about 7,000.
He's
right
got
now.
one whole Bitcoin.
It's I think that Bitcoin is
We're talking to a
it-
Bitcoin owner. No.
It's decentralized. I think it's fighting the banks, and people will say, well, it's the same thing. It's a construct that's created by the people that are still in charge. I don't think, though. I think they're going to try and latch onto it, and they're going to try and create their own system.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's
Yeah, Facebook got a cryptocurrency coming out.
Libra, and it'll fail. Everyone can do that.
It'll fail.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck Facebook. You know I'm on Facebook.
I hate Facebook.
Catch
as
me
well.
at Marco
Facebook.
DiCoco.
Yeah.
No, but I think I don't know. It's interesting. It's going digital. It's gonna be digital. But blockchain, the blockchain is what's behind it. It's that it can't be corrupted. That's the whole thing about it. It's all about a consensus, and it's not centralized like the banks. The banks print as much as they fucking want, and it's worth little or a lot. Where there's only so much Bitcoin. It's still infant in its stages, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns
So
out.
it's basically like digital gold.
Essentially,
in a sense.
well, it's not. Gold is physical. Bitcoin is really not, unless you have a digital
Yeah, but I mean, it's
coin.
It's in the sense of like how it's valued.
Yes, I mean
Yeah.
it's worth $7,000.
Yeah.
It's worth
One whole
one
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is worth $7,000. You
And
can't
that
convert
one
that
whole
into US
Bitcoin
dollars.
is
And that can go up or
fucking
down
piece of work,
tomorrow.
too.
Yeah, sure,
Or
sure.
any minute.
And
yeah.
it does. It's
Yeah, it
volatile.
fluctuates, yeah.
How much money did you start with?
7,200, and it's like 6,900 now, but it was 7,700 just a few days ago, or 70.
So he's lost hundreds and gained
But that's
hundreds
what,
in a
that's
day.
what it
Fluctuates.
does.
That's
It
right,
goes
yeah.
up and down
Yeah.
so quick. You have to know what to pull. I had a guy told me, early 2000s. He was like, man, you should invest into Bitcoin. I had like $5,000 that I was just about to move somewhere and do something with it, and I avoided the Bitcoin.
Sadness.
you never know.
It breaks
You never know.
my heart.
What's that?
When I heard it had the boom that it had.
What's that? FOMO? Fear of
Fear of missing out.
Fear
yeah.
of missing out. That's like the worst feeling
Yeah,
ever.
when I had
man.
that, when I heard that boom, and I really did the math, pretty much I would never have to work for the rest of my life. My generations would never have to pick up anything for the rest of their lives.
If
I would have invested.
If you would have jumped in, if you're talking about the same time that it started, how much did it start at?
It started at
Less
$1.
than a dollar.
you know,
$1. It was
it's been-
$1.
Yeah, and now it's at 7,000.
And
but
guys bought. Imagine if you had $5,000 worth, 5,000 Bitcoin now times 7,000 times 20,000. Remember when it was
but
20,000?
That's the boom I'm talking
That's the
about.
big
when
20
it went up
grand.
into 20 grand.
20 grand.
No,
One
it
Bitcoin.
hurt my heart.
A lot of people
hurt
think it's
my
going to
heart.
go even to 1 million.
He thinks it's gonna go a million,
100,000. You know, so
100,000.
I got one, and I have it offline on a card. It's
That's
a
how you
physical
have to do
card.
it too, or else
So
that
it's
shit'll
not-
get jacked.
And I don't understand that because it's
That
still
shit'll get stolen.
It's still online to some extent because it's digital, but I have it on a physical card. I can show you sometime, but it's just like a.
So it can't be accessed unless you have the card.
Hypothetically, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But I think it could go to 1 million in 5 years. So that's what I'm hoping on. I got one now, and I wanted it on a gambling money anyway. So
How did
I
you
gotta-
purchase your Bitcoin? Did you go to a
How did I
machine?
purchase it? You get different wallets. You go to an online wallet, and you basically
convert.
you convert it from your credit card or your debit
You
card
want to know
into
how I
Bitcoin.
did it? I wanted to buy some Bitcoin in the least trackable way. I told you about this, didn't
Yeah.
I? I took $60. I went to
There's Bitcoin ATMs
an
now.
ATM at
You
some
went to-
random convenience store. I used it.
Is it Bitcoin ATM?
It
was
is a Bitcoin ATM.
See,
yeah.
look at it. It's got to be legit if there's Bitcoin ATMs.
It was
I mean,
wrong.
shit.
No, yeah, dude. You stick your money in there. I mean, you have to like kind of log in or scan your phone because there's obviously like a thing on your phone, your wallet, your online wallet, and then you scan it, and then it goes deposit the money. So you deposit $60, no cards attached to it, so it's just $60 deposited onto my card, and there it was. It sat on my phone. It went up and down. It was like not as drastic as yours because I only had $60 opposed to a whole Bitcoin, but I think I made like $10 off of it, and then I pulled it out, and then I costed the fees of pulling it out, and I ended up not making any money. So it was a whole pointless situation, but it was cool to be able to get the Bitcoin.
It's the new wave, man.
And Bitcoin right now is best used as like a savings account or like a CD. You're sitting it there, you're allowing for it to just play around in the market. Yeah. And then if you see a spike where you're like, hey, I can pull this out and use this money, you pull it, you make some money. I know a dude who made $30,000 in Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Within like a week. No.
Oh, I just felt
somebody
like
else. I don't want to mention their name. Yeah, but he made a nice amount. He's like, man, hey, I just made this amount. I'm playing around in this. So it's one of those things where you sit it there, you let it do what it does. You can pull it out at any time. You can pull it out when you need it. You may lose money. Yeah. You can pull it out. You may gain money. You may come back even. But right now, it's best used like he's using it. He has it stored.
I'm not touching it. Yeah.
Something that just going to fluctuate. It's playing in the stock market.
Now, have you heard of like day trading with the what are the smaller cryptocurrencies?
They're called altcoins, alternate coins, or shit coins they call them too.
Well, shit coins, they're not worth anything, but there's some that might spike. They start at 10 cents, shoot up to $10. Imagine you bought $100 worth at 10 cents, and then it shoots up to 10, and you sell it. That's a quick buck. That's a turnaround, and people do that all the time.
That's $1,000 if you buy $100 at 10 cents. 1,000 of them, right?
Yeah.
There's plenty of people that do that. And then you have
like $10,000.
It's like playing the stock market.
Quick, and it happens.
That's off $100, yeah.
And it happens in a day or two, and that's the thing. But here's another shady thing. I've heard of guys creating a company, creating an altcoin, getting all these people, all this hype. Everybody builds it up. They have their own stock. Man, they fucking sell that shit. It crashes. You never hear the coin again. These guys make out.
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, people been doing that.
We should have started.
Have you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street, motherfucker?
The U.S. dollar, man.
The U.S. dollar. You got to think how many Confederate dollars were created. You ever seen the movie Street Fighter? M. Bison had all that money created. He was going to pay everybody off of that money. And then his plan failed, and the money was worthless.
Yeah. No.
The shit been around for centuries, man. It's just now it's digital. Yeah. And then at the same time, man, and it's crazy because even if you look at that, the control in that, you went from precious metals to paper. You went from paper to digital numbers.
Back to precious metals almost, because you need a computer to make a Bitcoin.
You need and you need gold to make that computer.
You need gold to put onto those microchips.
Big question: why is gold so important?
I heard
it's got material. It's elemental. Effects
what does it do? Can you eat it? Like if you can, and it has a lot of nutrition. But at the same time, if somebody gonna be like, "Hey man, I got these $14 million worth of gold bricks," and food runs out, the world is fried. Are you gonna be able to survive off those gold bricks?
No, you get cash it in. You're trying to cash it in.
But I'm talking about the world fried.
Yeah. No. What are you gonna do with? What
are you gonna do with it?
That's the thing.
Mash it up.
You can't do anything with any of that stuff. But digitally and paper, you got to get the commodities.
But think about the secrets. The elite, they want all the gold. They cleared us of all of our gold.
Fort Knox doesn't have any gold.
Why? Why do they want the gold?
Monatomic gold. They think it has healing properties. It makes you even more vibrate higher. Colloidal silver. You ever heard of colloidal silver?
No, I haven't.
It's basically silver nanoparticles suspended in water or alcohol, and I take it for disease. It's supposed to. It doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, and it's supposed to kill disease. Even I've taken it up my nose. I've taken it internally. It's supposed to kill disease.
Like Silversol.
I'm familiar.
Silver. I have some at the house.
Silver.
Not him. No,
silver kills disease.
It'll
kill disease.
Once he started explaining, because he used a different name, I wasn't.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it will. But
I'm used to the product itself.
Yeah, they're using that Sterling
language. Spray the shit up. Once you start saying I sprayed up my nose, I'm like, I got that at the house.
It's supposed to kill disease. That's
dead serious. Remember, I used to walk around with that bottle and I just spray the shit in my eyes.
I mean, why would they call them precious metals?
That's right.
Like. Jewelry ain't precious. It's fucking jewelry. Like, it's got to be some higher.
You know how you can make a quick buck? That how people are doing it now.
Pause.
I should.
Sorry, I get it now. I get it.
No, you want to know how people are making money now? You go and get old ass computer parts,
Yep.
the dinosaur parts, and you put it in some sort of acid, and it destroys everything except
the
for
gold.
the gold.
Yeah.
You take the gold out, cash it in, and that's off of some bum ass parts you found at the junkyard.
That's why people are like, hey, we'll buy your old computers.
Yeah.
Good luck getting the acid though. I don't know where the fuck you get the acid.
Walter White, nigga.
I used to work at a jewelry
Eisenberg.
store for a little while, and people would come in and they bring their test strips for diabetes because they have a very small strip of gold in it, and they were
Are
like,
you
would you
serious?
buy these 5,000 strips because they're a very small amount?"
Did you?
And they're like, "No, it's just because it's too much
It's a
work and
biohazard.
It's a
Yeah.
tiny. It's true because they're using it, but it's a tiny little bit." But there is gold in it. But again, so why is there gold in it? Because it has electrical properties. They're
Conductive, yeah.
they're precious for a reason. So
We talked
don't know.
about that on the Gold Grill episode.
That's right. Yeah.
Gold is a conductive metal.
It gives you certain
Precious metal, boy.
Well, people talk about copper when you wear those little copper bracelets. They're supposed to help your. I think it's
But
legit. It
you
works.
notice that they remove like copper items off of the market. It's not as available as it used to be
That's
back
just
in the
crackheads,
early
man.
'90s. No, but that is true.
That's 'cause crackheads.
Crackheads is taking all the copper.
Crackheads, y'all the reason everything made out of PVC now. That's what
Selling
make
that
y'all
shit.
love plastic.
No, man, I had like shin pain for like basketballs from playing basketball, and I used like those copper brand like leg braces.
Yeah.
Fix my ass right up.
It worked for real?
Those
Fucking
copper
A.
fits. Yeah,
I
I
had,
got copper
like-
fit socks, and they made my legs was just throbbing for no reason. I was
You probably had
running
like
off for
shin
2
splints or
weeks,
something.
and the shit just stopped.
got it.
Dude,
That's-
copper
it's
just
precious
heals the
metal,
little
man.
fractures.
I remember they
It's
made the
wild.
little bracelets for wrist pain. Like, yeah, I
Or
remember
like the
seeing them
motion.
shit.
What about motion sickness wristbands? Have you heard of those?
No.
No.
Never heard of those?
Wait, I feel like I might have
I've
saw
heard
like
of
a
them, but
Shark
I've
Tank.
never looked into them.
That's probably actually where it came from. I seen them in the store. Some dude at GameStop was trying to sell me one. He's like, "You play virtual reality, you get sick." I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "You get this motion,
fuck that
bro."
VR shit.
Yeah, I'm like, brother. You want to have a quick moment of silence?
Yeah, man. So former NBA commissioner David Stern passed away. What was it on New Year's Day or?
I think so.
It was on
Yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
The last commissioner, the one that brought in the dress code.
See Jake face.
I was like, Leo, come on, I know you know basketball. Leo.
Leo's not into sports,
I don't
man.
know.
You
I
don't know
know. I
David
heard
Stern?
the name, but I never.
He the old commissioner, the one that pissed Allen Iverson off with the dress code.
The fashion issues, bro.
Didn't Adam Silver ban him from the NBA or something like that? I thought I heard something about
Who,
that.
Iverson or
No, David Stern. Adam
What?
Silver's the new commissioner.
No,
I could've-
Silver said he
I could've
just put
swore
a
he-
tribute out.
no?
to
Silver
us.
says he's a cool dude.
Yeah, Silver's
Adam Silver's
cool.
a cool
He
dude.
looks
swore
like
I heard something about
Nosferatu, but he's a
Who
cool
the
dude.
fuck is that?
Old vampire.
Oh, yeah, he does look like a vampire.
He does, yeah.
Oh, probably is.
No,
Vampires be like
Looks
really.
like the Monopoly guy, man.
No
No.
way! Look at this picture. of
No,
Nosferatu.
Adam Silver?
no.
Yeah.
Adam Silver looks like just an old white guy.
Oh, Adam Silver looks
bald
like
white guy.
he looks like a vampire, and vampires are like very like. What's that word when you like?
Bro, it looks
it's
like
easy for people to
Nosferatu,
like
bro.
you. Pull up a picture of him, not the vampire.
Nosferatu.
I know you're
Oh,
talking about.
Yeah, he does.
That's Adam
Evil
Silver.
motherfucker, man.
Who is Nosferatu? Like, what vampire is that?
That's the one he
He's
just
like the
showed
main
you.
one.
I'm saying, what is it from? Is
It's
it?
a classic movie. I think it was the first vampire on
That's
film.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nosferatu.
Okay.
See,
Oh,
there's Nosferatu Silver, bro, right there.
Yeah, he do look like a vampire.
Look at them ears,
Is that
bro.
the dude who passed?
No,
Oh,
show him David Stern.
David Stern, I mean, rest in peace. He kind of looked like a frog a little bit.
He was like a
He turned into a
short,
frog in his next life.
chubbier, silver-haired white dude. Like it was. He kind of like an old fat.
But he does. He does. You remember, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did die on New Year's Day.
Can't give the computers all the jobs. Then
You
Trump
already
will try to
took-
build a wall around them motherfuckers.
Ah, shit.
That's cold. What a wild thought. Let's just build a fucking giant wall. Like, bro, the manpower, it wouldn't get done, I feel, in his term.
The funniest thing is like most of our immigrants come through the East Coast. Like they come through fucking New York.
Yeah, they come to Ellis Island, man. They take a boat like the rest of them.
Yeah, we were built off immigration. It don't make sense to me.
yeah, it's all
No,
fucked
we're,
up.
dude,
it's all
everybody here is a fucking immigrant.
Yeah.
Like
They
at
are.
that point in
Very
time.
true.
It's kind of ignorant to just
Except for
stop the
Native
rest
Americans.
of them. Like, at what
Yeah,
point did we
they're
just
dead,
deem it like,
most of them.
okay, We're the last immigrants. No more.
Yeah.
That's basically what they're saying.
You were born here. You're all right. All
Yeah.
right, yeah.
What's your lineage, yo? You're German. You're not from here, motherfucker. like,
It's a melting pot. It really is. It's a melting pot. I mean, it's, and then you'll have people saying, "Oh, it's this. We can't have that. We can't have that." Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Rip David Stern. I don't know how we got into that, but
77 years old.
yeah, he changed the game. He really did. He put a lot of different.
He faked his death.
Oh my god. Brian Schaefer. Brian Stern.
Brian Stern.
David Schaefer.
David Schaefer.
The ugly tuna basketball saloona.
You think he was a sugar daddy?
Oh my god.
Ooh,
Can we talk
David
about
Stearns?
this, bruh? So look,
He likes what he likes, maybe.
look, I've been jumping
Keep it
back
kosher.
on Reddit. You guys been on Reddit before?
I love
Yeah.
Reddit.
Reddit, the
I've been on
subreddits
there
go
first.
deep.
Reddit is the deep web without
Being
Yeah, it's
the
on
deep
Tor.
web, yeah.
Yeah.
You get
It's
some
the closest
weird
you get
motherfuckers
without
on
Tor.
the Reddit.
4chan and Reddit.
Yeah, if you go on
I'm
Tor,
4chan. I hate the layout. I just can't do
it's
it.
bummy, but
Is it, like,
4chan, you
pink
can
a
get
little
some
bit? I
weird
haven't
shit
been
on
on too
4chan.
much.
It's just that same,
It's-
like, the boards aren't labeled properly. It's just weird. I hate it. I just
It's
hate
not
very, like,
very
1990s
user-friendly.
kinda-
I
It's
hated
gonna
it back
stay that
then.
way. That's just
Like,
how it is.
Yeah, but I don't like all this.
It's meant for
not
anonymity.
getting
anonymity. Yeah, I hate that word
Anonymity.
too. I can't.
Anonymity, yeah.
Not being caught.
Yeah. Anonymous coward. It's
It's meant for
what you are.
being anonymous.
There you go.
That's what you got to do when you can't like pronounce the word. You just got to
Anonymous.
rephrase the sentence. Like,
But basically, Reddit, I was hopping back on there today, and I was trying to follow some subreddits again just to try to build my thing up, so I got some shit to do when, I'm looking at my phone, ain't got nothing else to do. And for some reason, they're just throwing random fucking suggestions at you. Here's one. Fucking sugar daddies. Meet sugar daddy or something like that. So I'm like, and there's like fucking 7.8k followers.
this is going to go back to what we were talking about earlier. It's never for no reason. They showed you that shit based off some shit.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. I mean, I may have been on there like trying to like sell my own self for some daddy. We talked about this, bro. Like, I wish I could just be like, "Where's my daddy, dude?" Like,
They out there.
well,
They
dude,
in
if I could
Florida.
send some random
All
fucking
the shit-
dude
all
a
the
picture of
gang-
my ass,
all the
and he'll
gang-
send me $50 for the bills, let's go. What am I wasting my time for?
What are you saying? Go on.
That's the point. Basically, that's the point. On Reddit,
What about sugar daddy?
there's a page where these girls post like, "Hey, need a sugar daddy? I got bills coming up on the 1st. Happy New Year, new sugar
There's a
daddy."
market for that.
And dude, there's guys replying in there. They're like, "Hey, hit me up. Here's my username. PM me." Dude, like, who would pay? I understand having a sugar daddy and then like you see the girl and you have sex with her maybe, but like online, she's just sending you pics and you're sending her $300.
Some dudes is
people are
that
dumb.
horny, that rich, and that lonely, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they
know
exist.
somebody. I know a guy that's dropped thousands
That's
of
a
dollars.
daddy?
He's
You know a daddy?
I know a daddy.
What's up?
He's
You
an
like
old
young
neighbor.
23-year-old twinks?
I like young 23-year-old.
Well, shut
Not
up.
twinks,
Males,
but hey, we'll
boy.
teach your own.
No, hey. I know you like 23-year-olds.
There are people that are into that stuff.
No,
and
I
they're
told
into pain.
you.
They're into pain even without getting sex. But they're
Onlyfans.com, bro.
That's even worse.
dude. There's
Premium
there's
Snapchats.
so much shit, dude.
If there's like one, I don't know.
The cam girls. What?
That's always been a thing, but I just someone like you should have seen some of the
here
posts.
getting
They're
that
like,
bag, bro.
they're like, here, they're like, hey, I'll talk with you for like 7 hours of the day
And people will
for
do it.
$300.
They be lonely. A lot of
Yeah.
these dudes are just paying for someone's time. It's
Bro,
just
I will get on there and just pretend to be a chick for $300. Like, yo,
Come on, no, there's some people that are in the game. They're in the 9 to 5, and that's all they know. So they need something. They want
That's and
something.
that. You know what?
They
Hey, you like what you like because what you like. I like saying that because it's just true.
teach their own.
So I'm not
I live
gonna,
by that.
But
Teach their own.
I'm just surprised that that's like.
Man, anything that you can think of, there's somebody
Yeah.
willing to do it.
But who's got the money?
Bro, we talked about water sports. People like playing in piss, and it arouses them.
That's
That
true.
is
Who
true.
wouldn't? I would rather pay $300 to talk to a chick for $7, and I'm gay. Like bro.
And you only talk
Hey,
about number
you
one,
did
man.
this.
There's number twos
What?
too.
You are a user of the daddy system.
How?
You ain't fucking pussy for shoes and you're gay, bruh.
That was my girlfriend.
That whole sentence is a conundrum,
She
bruh.
was my girlfriend.
You just confused
I was
everybody.
still in the closet. Deep in the closet, apparently.
But yeah, but
She's
you
deep in the
I
box.
tell people I was in Narnia, bro.
tell me this in your mind, not in anybody else's perception, but in your mind when you were down there eating that thing, flicking the bean. You thought to yourself, man, like, I hate this.
I was sitting down, I was like down there, just laughing away like a dog.
Shut up.
And I paused for a second in my head.
Yeah. You told yourself, you're like, pause.
No,
this
I
is
was like,
good.
you're probably wondering how I got here. You're probably wondering how I ended up here.
It's like everybody hates Chris Bit. It just pauses right before the disaster. You're probably wondering how I ended up here.
Yeah, man.
You're probably wondering
Right
how I ended up 3 inches from.
Oh, Jesus.
I never did that.
But did it go through your mind that you were like, I don't like this?
I wonder what it'd be like to do this.
And you're just like, I'm
I'm just saying.
What's
What's
going through your head? I want to know to make
I
my
don't
point.
want to do this,
But I want them motherfucking shoes.
Yeah.
I want them Jordan 4s.
I mean, it's like I'm already in a relationship with a woman that I have no business being in. I might as well take this extra step into the rabbit hole.
No, and I understand that, but my whole point is you didn't just do it. You did it. You did it for them shoes.
Yeah.
She's your daddy. She was your daddy, dude.
No.
She was. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yes.
No. Would you guys agree with me or no?
That was like a sugar daddy type of move.
She's like sugar mama to you, bro.
Yeah.
Like
I ate my girlfriend pussy for some shoes.
See, if you would have just did it for her pleasure, then nah.
Yeah, no.
But it had to be like a prize with it.
Like she's like, you want them Jordan 4s, bitch? Like no. I'm sorry, no.
Sixes, man. I told you this.
I forgot
the
Olympics. That's the thing, man. Like I'm not mad at you for it. You're a dog.
I
envy you for it.
Why do you envy me?
Because if all I had to do was eat some pussy to get what I wanted,
so hold up,
I'd have chapped lips.
What you said? Reverse, truly reverse. You would suck dicks for some.
Yeah, that's what if you envy me, that's what you said.
You would suck dick for some coke.
We've all been there. We've all had this conversation. No. What's the monetary value to you?
It's just skin.
It's just skin. Yo, you're gonna give me you put $1 million on the table, bro.
No.
You flop that thing out right next to it, dude. I'm ready.
No.
It puts some isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah, clean it up for me, trim it.
I eat the fuck out of some pussy for $1 million. Yeah.
Thank you.
I eat that shit all night.
I would probably gag. I would be embarrassed.
I'm sorry because
but the money, Leo, the
I
ease.
wouldn't be able to like.
The
it'd
ease.
just be me. I'd be walking down. Like, man, I got $1 million.
That's
every time I make a purchase, myself and my shame will go down first.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a voice in his head.
You're gonna gag one way or another.
It's nothing against the homosexual community, but me being a straight male, mentally, it will fuck me.
It's gonna be a voice in his head every time he swipe that card. You suck a dick.
Right.
See, I'm like,
ooh, you balling. You suck dick the ball, though. What the fuck is no?
What if they could erase your memory?
No.
You got that much money.
I still wouldn't do it.
Here's the thing.
Why the fuck would I want my memory erased, number one?
No, that's just that memory.
Because you want $1 million.
No, you get $1 million. Another. It's the same way. If I'm willing to suck a dick for $1 million, I'm willing to take a hit and kill a few people, in my mind, to make that $1 million.
See, for me, it's different. I don't know if I would kill an innocent person.
Innocent.
But what did you do in the game?
Oh, in Call of Duty. In Call of Duty. Hey, me and Leo blasted that motherfucker.
I shot him in the head. That's because he shot the little boy.
He did, and I remember that.
I forgot y'all said that.
I remember that.
I didn't kill his wife and kids in the game. They were still alive. I had the ample opportunity to shoot both of them in their head.
As a gay man, maybe I'm just a peaceful guy, but I'd much rather eat pussy again than kill somebody.
Here's this. I feel like I'm at this point where I would just be like, I just smoke so much weed, and I'd just be there, and I'd be looking at it, I'd just be laughing, I'd be like, I came to about to suck a fucking dick for some money, let's do it. Like, I don't know, I'd just be like...
Jake, you're just open.
Would you do it for one Bitcoin?
That's only $7,000.
That's only $7,000.
But it could be 1 million.
It could be. Is it restricted to Bitcoin? Can I not extract the money and use it whenever? It has to stay until...
No, you get one Bitcoin,
and then you can extract value.
After you extract my sperm, you can extract the Bitcoin for US dollars if you like.
Yeah. What's the coincidence that is asking me how much one?
I got
that one Bitcoin.
Extract mine. That sounds like a proposition.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Off the record.
That's some bullshit. But my glasses ain't coming today.
Oh, that's fucked
Bro, it takes weeks to get glasses.
No, they come in tomorrow.
Well, still.
What? Yo, eyeglasses?
Warby Parker, right?
That's why I ordered some new ones.
No.
I ordered them on Monday. Remember to spend the rest of my FSA? Cause it's about to expire.
Oh yeah, you did.
I ordered them on Monday.
Okay. Damn, I forgot. I ain't spent mine. Fuck. I ain't spend it, but I'm talking about I ain't used my insurance before.
Oh, yeah.
So. But yeah, I'm not easy to murder people neither, so we should put that in. I'm just giving an example.
That's like the second time you had to get a disclaimer, just for the record.
Nah, Leo, I know where you're coming from.
No, it's Nardo right now.
That's Nardo. I remember from the one episode.
That's OG
We're
Nardo.
talking to Nardo now.
You see, he ain't saying in my name.
That's cool.
Nigga just laughing. I said, I'm about to kill these people.
No, I love that. Hey, did I ever tell you that story? Like, I don't remember. I think it was the first time I joined for a, you could probably bleep that or whatever, but for a bar masthead thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just trying to be open with everybody and have a good time. Everybody's laughing. So I'm talking with and and I'm like, hey, so like, like how much would it be for like you guys to like suck a dick? You know, like,
That was your icebreaker? That's your icebreaker for a conversation?
I had already been in the department for a couple weeks, and we were kind of discussing it at work prior to. Like, and like a couple of sales
that was
ops.
like, was that
But
your
we
first?
get down, we sit down, we're drinking beers, and I just look at and like, I'm like, so how much? Let's go. Like, how much is it? Like, and then they're like, oh shit, you stepped on the mat. You stepped on the mat. Look at his foot. Look at his foot. He's taking it off. He's got to take it off. Throw it on the radiator. It's alright. I did it last week, brother. And that was for fun.
Like 0.0001.
Bro, I tried to tell you not to.
Where's the radiator?
It's one in the bathroom, it's one in here.
Oh shit.
He said, "Oh shit."
Dude, I told him all here. Ah, shit.
Yeah, I knew exactly what it was. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was kind of almost an intermission,
You
anywho.
wouldn't have ordered it from fucking China.
Listen, okay, let's actually look that up really quick.
Yeah, let's see where you ordered this damn fucking shower curtain.
I ordered Rob a shower curtain for anybody that doesn't know. Last episode, was the last episode or the episode before?
The episode before. That's how you know that motherfucker's coming from China.
It's been a minute. Yeah, and,
we do an episode a week.
a couple episodes ago, my dumbass steps on Rob's fucking. I'm coming out the bathroom, and mind you, we're in Rob's house. It's a studio, so it's a tad bit smaller. But hey, I like
it. Bathroom is huge.
It's
plenty of room to
His
walk around
bathroom
that
is big. No, there's not though.
Yeah.
The doorway constricts you to maybe a 2-foot wide path because it would be even bigger, but you're using up another couple feet with the fucking soaking floor mat. At least like squeeze the water out, bro. Like, and I stepped on it with my sock, and dude, I felt my foot absorb moisture, bro. Like,
why is there water on it anyways?
So I don't have a shower curtain.
Ooh, gotcha.
and I bought him one, but we're
coming from China because Jake doesn't read.
Let's find it here.
Jake Reed does not read.
That's right.
You're talking about the icebreaker. You went low, man. I mean, you went low. You went $500. I mean, that was low.
You were there.
I was there.
Yeah, was there.
I was there.
I
Marco
was
was there.
low.
Man.
I believe I did say like you had a quick $500. No, I don't think I said 500. I think I said 5,000.
Hey, this nigga Jake got a dream of sucking dick, man.
Bro.
$500. That's something that crossed your conscience.
Yeah, that's too low.
That's way
This
too
isn't
low.
working. Never mind. I was trying to hit it with
How
like
much is
a.
it worth, man?
Didn't work.
Oh.
Hit it and just like blow it in my.
You really
jumper.
need some diapers so that baby or something.
That's cool. No. I don't know. I guess to me, I hate the idea of money. Like we said earlier, it's a horrible concept. But to make my life easier and kind of get, I feel like if you had money, you escape the hamster wheel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Money is the
You
escape.
can escape.
You can.
Damn.
No, it
If you don't
depends on how
fuck
you
up.
get your money.
If you
And
don't
how
fuck-
you use it,
If
too.
If you
I
get
mean,
your money from a 9 to 5, then you can't really.
No,
you're
and
not
if you
really
get your money
escaping.
from credit, you're not escaping.
No, that's not getting
gotta
money, that's using
You gotta
credit.
win the fucking lottery and take a lump sum, not the one where they pay you. You let them take the fucking taxes, they can have it, and then you just take that fucking money and then you're free.
See, but the same thing,
Free.
you can do something, man. Like real life, you can invest in yourself.
You
And
can.
You can give
You can
yourself
invest.
a certain limit. See, the thing where people get trapped in the hamster wheel, even when having money, is because greed. Greed makes them want more. But if you know, hey, this is my cap, this is my limit, this is where I stand at. I'm gonna do this until I get here, and from there, then I'm gonna change the game up where I'm not stuck in the hamster wheel. Money can work for you. Once you get a certain amount of money, you don't have to work.
That's right.
Money works for you. So it's just about getting there, then changing your mindset to where you're no longer working for the money start to work for you.
It's hard to get to that point, though.
It's unfortunately hidden information, but it's available. It's right in front of your eyes because you see people do it every day.
That's right.
But it's
you
hidden
can't
information
do what's already
because
been done, you know.
No, you can.
You
Like
can.
investing, real estate,
no,
shit
but
like that.
You know what I mean? Like when you want to come up with and create a new product or something like that.
I mean, yeah,
you know,
creating shit. Yeah, I mean, and even then,
We are
There's
creating.
infinite possibilities, really. It's
There
just,
really, there is.
it,
But just coming up with something is just.
I mean, all you gotta do is like,
we're doing it right now.
man.
yeah.
yeah, you just have to do, man. Like if you come up with an idea, you just got to take the steps in order to get there.
That's right. You have to do.
I'm
a lot
not-
of people get stuck on the. I'm
On the-
going to.
I'm going
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
And through my
We was there
personal
for a couple
experience,
months.
through my personal
just did it.
experience in life,
That's true.
I
That
went
is true.
from a certain situation where it was more street and 9-to-5 wheel, and then I said, you know what, I want to do something different. I had a vision in my head, and then I actually applied the steps in order to do it, and I did that for a while until I realized, hey, I really don't like this.
This nigga's
Right.
crazy. This nigga was living the street life and working 9 to 5 at the same
That's
time.
wild, bro.
Like,
Did you have stacks though?
I was comfortable. You know, because I was never really in the streets to the point where it's like, boom, I'm about to just be.
let's just say we
100%
was smoking
streets.
his weed at the studio.
Nice, hell yeah.
But I was comfortable. But then you get tired.
Smoking his
You
weed.
still get tired of that because even though the streets, people like, man, people don't have no job. They just out there just doing something. Go get a
That's
job.
too stressful.
It's a high. That shit is high stress. That's
Oh, I
why so
agree.
many people wired because it's like. Now you only know, or your mind is only telling you, hey, I can get money this way, and this is how I'm going to get money. But everything that comes with it, you just imagine riding around, and every time you're in your car, every time you just outside of your house, and even in your house, depending on where you at, you still have a certain. But just imagine all day, you say, hey, I'm gonna be outside for 16 hours. Me personally, I'm getting off work at 4 o'clock. I'm about to go home, change my clothes, and I'm gonna go out, and I'm gonna stay out until 4 o'clock in the morning. Go to sleep for a couple hours, get up, go to work. That's how I used to move.
Yeah.
Just imagine, I'm at work. At one point, I was at work like, damn, is something gonna happen to me here? Somebody gonna come here and pick me up? Then when I'm out, I'm like, shit, I gotta worry about every car stop. Every time I turn a corner, and it's really a worry. Like, you get comfortable with the worry, and it actually becomes addictive. Because when I went straight forward afterwards, I used to do dumb shit just to have some excitement. Like, oh shit, my license is suspended. I'm gonna ride a month or two without my life, just to get a certain feeling.
Right.
Of course, so
you
it's
get addicted to the adrenaline.
yeah, it's a certain feeling
Like-
you get, but it's like it's still stressful. It's just as stressful as being a 9-to-5
It's-
job. The only thing is you don't have restricted hours. But since you don't have restricted hours, you can be broke one day, up one day, broke one day, up one day.
It's just like, if like for a person who like never did no street shit, imagine working for like the company you work for now and their competitor, and neither of them know you work for the other person, and you got to keep that shit a secret. Plus, work both jobs
You're
full
a double
time.
agent, man. You're like a
Yeah.
double agent.
Like that shit would be stressful as fuck.
Fucking A.
Like,
Hey, man. I mean, it's a dream of mine to just be off the radar, dude. To, like, just be able to just take my family, move somewhere remote.
but see, you can never really go out. Like that's billionaire shit.
That is
That's
billionaire
the
shit.
billionaire escape.
You either got to be a billionaire, or you got to be very
Or
resourceful.
you build your own
and you know
shit
how to
Cabin in the
operate
woods.
locally
Yeah.
Like
by
you just
yourself.
there, like you know what I'm saying.
But even if you were a billionaire, wouldn't you? People would know about that.
That's
and then
true.
if you're gonna
It
be,
depends.
if you're gonna be on that lifestyle, more money, more problems. They don't say that for nothing.
No, I'm saying like if you're a billionaire and then you just say, all right, fuck this like civilization shit. I'm going to build my own little spot on the island and just chill there with my
buy
family.
an island or something.
Yeah.
you gotta
And
buy the land that's put there. Fuck.
Yeah, or something like even if you don't buy an island, you just
Yeah.
some remote place.
But even when you're a billionaire, because you still walking away those billions. I mean, what you gonna do? Amazon shit to you? Like you literally,
Nah, you
if-
just
fly
live a
that shit in
different
with a
life.
helicopter.
You have
You're-
to.
it's
You're
not
not living a
Amazon
luxury
drone.
life no more. You just living.
It's the only thing that the money is going to get you is a legalized location, meaning you buy the property that you planning on being,
Well,
away, being ducked off in. But
It's
if
kind of green on the top, but
if for any reason, like once you get there, you still have to maintain based on your knowledge and your resources, because you just can't have. What you gonna have contractors come in and do your farm for you? You gonna grow all your vegetables, your fruits. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have people come in and maintenance your water system, your sewage, all that. You literally have to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, because you have to maintain all of that. And as far as electronics, technology, cell phones, all that shit goes in the wind when you're off the grid. You know what I'm saying? So you literally pretty much becoming Amish.
Yeah.
In a sense, yeah.
Without the traditions, like, because you have to survive off of you. It's more of knowing what to do more than the money, because the money can only get you to a certain point. And
but the money allows you to do it, though. You know
how?
If you have the knowledge, like you said,
you can do the same exact thing.
You can have somebody come set all that shit up and then fly over there once it's done.
But you're no longer off the grid, bro, because someone still knows your location. It was still people's there that set everything up for you. You're no longer off the grid.
I mean, like, as far as being truly off the grid, yeah, but
I don't need to be like truly off the grid, but like what I mean is like
you don't
fuck with me. That's it. Just don't
that's
get
it,
in my
yeah, just
business.
leave
Don't
me
get in my
alone,
business.
you know?
Yeah, you just want to buy a big ass house and live in a mansion, like
in
don't even
the
have to be a
woods,
big-ass house.
in a remote location in the middle of.
you want to move to Wyoming with Kanye.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me propose something to you guys. What if everybody in this world was gifted $1 million each? What would happen to society? What would the first thing you would want to do? What I would want? I want to go travel.
Nothing would change because the value of the money would drop so fucking much.
Yeah, but what if it stayed the same and everybody? I would want to go travel somewhere, right? But I would have to get a plane and I would have to go to the airport, and there would be workers there that wouldn't want to work because they got $1 million too. So society would break down. So it's all about upper class, the one that had all the money, and the people that don't and that are working for it 9 to 5. So that's why
they have to work.
That's why
there are some people that will still work no matter how much money they had. But
if you enjoy what you're doing,
if
you enjoy the HR podcast, you do it no matter what.
The no HR podcast.
No HR.
That's
Sorry,
pretty much
you're right. You're right.
No
No
shift.
HR. Fuck
A person
HR.
is only going to do if everyone didn't have to work. They're only going to do the things that they enjoy
want to do. Yeah,
That's what
which
this
would
should be.
still form some sort of society because it's still people.
Yeah, because
who
some
gonna
people
love
like
to
flying
cook.
planes,
There's still
some people like
who gonna
cooking.
It's still all of that's still going to be there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But then you have a small bunch who's going to want to fuck everything up.
See, that's the thing,
and that's the fear of why everyone can't just be free, because you always gonna have that group who want to take control.
Yeah,
it's always gonna be that one person who want to be on top of everybody.
Fuck them. Put them in jail.
That's the worst
Put them in jail.
That's the worst type of person.
That's why they just need to murk that nigga and just call it a day. Like,
you murk him, another one gonna come.
And you know what's the
Murk
worst?
him.
You know what's the worst too is when like you got to deal with those people, and it sucks when you have to deal with them in the worst type of place, like in the corporate office.
Oh god.
Because in the grand scheme of things, what we do there does not fucking matter. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. In the end, it doesn't fucking matter.
In the end,
yeah, it doesn't
even
Some
matter.
Linkin Park shit.
Yeah, he says
He
I look
looks like Chester Bennington with that haircut, bro.
He kind of does. Yes.
That's funny as shit.
One thing, but anyways,
That was Mike Shinoda.
Mike
Yeah.
Shinoda. Well, that's a part of Linkin Park.
what I was saying was when you deal with somebody who takes their fucking job way too fucking serious and thinks that they're better than you in some place that in the grand scheme of things it doesn't matter, that's the worst type of person, if you ask me.
Yeah.
That's just
I don't want to say the worst type of person, but they
not
definitely
the worst type of person.
They up there.
Yeah, but they're annoying.
They
Like,
up
they
there.
really
They definitely up
don't
there.
need. If they consume any of my
practice
energy, I'll be
heroes,
Saudi, bro.
That's
like,
the practice hero in the corporate world. You play sports, you know the practice hero.
Oh, I know what you're talking
that's
about.
the
Yeah,
corporate
I got
world
you.
equivalent. Yeah, that's all that shit is.
And that was it. That's
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
simple.
It
It's
is,
fucking
man. It's
simple.
all about
man.
love.
Man,
Yeah.
if Leo, if I could just grow the
Love,
bread
love,
and you
love.
killed the
Hit
turkeys.
weed,
What?
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just saying. Like, if you had the chickens, you killed the chickens. You grew
Are you
the
talking about the barter
potatoes.
system?
Bro, if that's how it was,
the gift system or
You-
barter.
you grew the weed.
Everything's free. You do
know,
everything
like-
for.
Bro,
No, you just trade.
imagine the guy who, back in the barter system days, who had the marijuana. Everybody was like, "Hey man, you got the loaves of bread." He's throwing out dime bags for fucking gold and shit. He's like, "Yeah, I got
What can you get me for this?
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah.
that's the thing. Everybody wants something for something else.
Then when
though.
the guy with the
That's also
shrooms
a
comes
part
along.
of the whole.
That's the system. I mean, money formed based off of the barter. So, 'cause people, every place didn't have currency. It's like, hey, you got this goat, I'm gonna give you all this grain. Hey, you got this goat, I'm gonna give you my daughter. And then eventually,
That's true.
And eventually,
No.
you know what I'm saying? And eventually,
No, she don't have a choice.
it went from, food and livestock to items, golds, metals, crowns, jewelry, plates. That went to what? We just
Whatever's
want to
valuable,
go.
yeah.
Clothes,
You know what I'm
Whatever's
saying?
people
valuable, whatever you
produce,
want,
yeah.
whatever you
Like, it
want.
went from like natural shit to man-made items to a man-made item being money. Like, Like,
That's how you buy it. I'm gonna offer it. Just give me the money, because with that money, I can go get whatever I want. I don't need to take your 13 cows for this. I can go take your
Get
money
whatever
and go here and
want.
get what I need. You feel what I'm saying? I don't need
before
this.
you had to get them 13 cows that you don't need
And keep
take it to
training
the
them.
pig
Or
dude.
use them, flip them.
Like, I need 26 pigs for these 13 cows, and you take the 26 pigs and eat fucking
And then
pork
they
chops
said,
for a year.
hey, let's just get these pieces of metal and stones, and this is the value.
The chicken was rare, bro, because you get the chicken, you could produce eggs.
No, you know what was rare? Pineapples.
What?
Pineapple?
Dead serious. When pineapples first got into Great Britain, man, it was equivalent of what we would spend $2,000 for. They were so rare.
A pineapple,
bro.
Pineapples are
A
fucking trash.
pineapple, and they were so rare that
Pineapples are okay.
when people actually got them, and they just put them in their houses until the motherfuckers rot. They didn't even eat
They didn't even know.
They didn't even know what the
It's that
fuck they
crazy
were
to think.
from.
Yeah, you didn't even know what to do with them, or it just, whoa, look at this.
It's
fucking
like
shit.
how it looked, like how it's
may
exotic.
have, or they, no, they
I'll
may
give you my
even have
daughter
a-
for that pineapple.
Yeah,
It's
or they
pretty
may
cool.
have a party and slice the pineapple in pieces and let all their friends, their rich friends, taste the pineapple. Because you have to think, how difficult was it to get a
To
pineapple?
get that pineapple. And they're like, oh shit,
That
man.
shit had to cross oceans.
But it had to have some value. Eventually, it's got to come down to what value it is, and then
pleasure.
Bob's
The
talking.
pleasure of taste.
Bob, he
It's-
called
it's-
him Bob.
Bob's talking about it.
He called him Bob.
You ever heard of bromelain? From
you
what I was
Bob.
told, what I heard is that bromelain could help with what's Advil's used for? It's
Headaches, migraines.
yeah, but inflammation.
Inflammation.
That
Yeah,
can
what
help.
type of
Like pretty much anything in pharmacy is replicated based on what nature is. Nature has the same something similar than
Yeah,
what pharmacy
right.
has, but pharmacy makes a lot of fucking money.
Right.
So you get a pill for your pain meds, but you won't go and eat some fucking pineapple because you don't like it or whatever. I don't know.
And that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, pharmaceuticals is nothing but. I mean,
That's
marijuana-
synthetic. Yeah.
They've been using that shit forever. Opium
Pharmaceuticals,
was a medicine at one point in time. All that shit come from the herbs.
Yeah.
Heroin, cocaine.
Schools and fucking medicine are the biggest hustles.
Well, medicine
Around.
runs the
Prisons,
world, man.
prisons.
Bro,
Oh, yeah, prisons.
Prisons.
Yeah.
A lot of money in
Is it a
that.
conspiracy that like the reason that marijuana is outbanned in law is because it's one of the best medicines and they don't want you to get that easy
And it breaks
plant
down
medicine?
the mind, man. It
Yeah,
makes you,
they-
if everyone
yeah.
smoked mine, they'd be like, "What the fuck are we doing in this life? I don't want to
Exactly.
work 9 to 5."
That is
No,
right.
dude, I think marijuana sends your consciousness to a higher plane. dude.
Absolutely.
Man,
It
when I
streams
used to-
anything like this.
when I
It
used to
unlocks, like, it just lets you think freely. Like,
When I used to smoke marijuana consistently in high volumes, I went 3 years without catching a cold.
No
I
shit.
believe it.
I believe it too.
You get what I'm saying? But now, this shit that we get, it's all tempered. So it's never going to be the same. Like, niggas, oh, it's loud, it's stronger, but yeah, it's tempered. Our bodies shouldn't take in as much THC. For males, we shouldn't take in as much THC as we do in the weed that's available now. It's just too strong, especially like those pens and shit. It's
Those
just too
pens
strong.
are, yeah.
Shit gonna have your dicks off, real life.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Too much.
really?
Yeah.
They say that too much smoking, but that's the thing, bro. Like I don't know. I think it's just it depends on the person. Cause my dad's been
That's true,
smoking
too.
for so long, and bro, I'm sure that dude beats it all the time, bro.
He's been smoking that dirt though.
But and at the same, you gotta
Yeah.
think he's been smoking for so long, but
He
that
switched
shit
to
was
loud
more
quite a little.
pure lately. But he don't have the effects of what the younger generation is going to get because they're starting on loud. They're not starting,
You
you
guys-
know, on.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine starting on loud. Like, I was so
You probably
high.
would never smoke again in your life. That shit probably would have fucked you up so bad. You'd be like, I quit. I'm cool.
Like, yeah.
You know, talk about. I just went to a tier 2 level facility, legal grow for medical grow. I just went down in county. It's legit. It's 3.5 hours away. It's fucking West Virginia.
Literally,
say, like,
literally
like-
on the border of West
I
Virginia.
mean, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's 15 minutes off of a main road. I'm not talking about like a main road too. It's like a highway road. 200 plants, safes for all the fucking cured processed shit. The laws regarding the shit is insane, dude. Like
he had to
it's
walk
all-
in. He had to wear a full body
hazmat
suit.
suit. I mean, they it's
like
legit.
the Breaking Bad suit.
It's exactly like that. They have cameras everywhere. You're monitored. They will, like fucking nurses wear those fucking shit like that.
Scrubs
but,
and shit like that, right?
we're talking 200 plant, lots of money, so much money involved in it, dude. That's what the thing is. It's money, though.
One
Yeah.
plant could produce you a pound, right? If you did it, if you treated
No,
it correctly.
16 ounces? No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Half a pound. Is it half a pound?
Maybe.
I read
Maybe.
online if you do it with the right UV lights and all stuff like that,
Maybe.
you could get like half a pound from like one plant.
That's a
You're
lot.
telling me
That's
this
a
guy
lot.
had how many?
he had about 60 in each room, 60 to 70 in each room, and there's 4 rooms just for flowering. And they were big ass plants, dude. I mean, big ass plants.
So like what I'm saying, they could be a half a pound up to a pound. Imagine
I
having
was
that much
surprised by
fucking
them
weed.
numbers. I heard
I think
like
about 3
quarter
ounces.
pound
Yeah, 3 or
like,
4 ounces. I
like
think
the
is average.
But if you're saying he's got big plants,
Big ass plants.
It depends on the strain too.
Yeah, I think
that's another
strange.
thing. I think it all depends.
Just like buds, like shrooms is like that too. Like different strains, fruit, different size shit. Like it just depends.
But this fruit was frosty as fuck, dude. This was frosty as fuck, dude. Then
I bet colors, hairs.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful, but it's a legit.
I'm sad.
I mean,
I would love to see that.
There's so much involved, and it's
shit. In
and
5
barbed
years, it's gonna be
shit.
fucking tours and shit. I guarantee.
Yeah,
like once they federally legalize weed, it's gonna be over,
and
bro.
fuck the law. People used to fucking smoke this shit way back in the day.
I ain't
man.
talking about. I'm talking about how they about to monetize this shit. They gonna literally have tours.
They're doing it now. Yeah, they're not quite tours, but
yeah, I mean like. Come and general public, come pay $50 to walk through the weed spot.
It's sweet as
You
hell.
get a free A.
Everybody should check it out,
It's
man.
a $1 billion industry.
Absolutely.
It's always been billions of dollars. Now it's
I
just
seen
legal
something
money.
about Illinois is about to give somebody reparations or some shit based off the tax money. It's like a reparations tax
Shit.
in Illinois. You know,
Well, it just came legal. It just became,
the first
recreational.
Yeah. It was a line like
but not
crazy
only
line like man.
not only is it medically viable, but it's money wise, but it's medically viable.
Yeah.
There's so
definitely.
much
And
fucking shit
it's always
that can help
been
you. You was talking about your IBS and shit like that.
Oh yeah, no, I would say,
works.
dude, it's the best medicine. Like
Antiemetic, man.
I've taken Zofran, stuff like that for like nausea. What they say the pharmacy makes for you.
The pharmacy
Does nothing for me. I smoke a fucking one bong hit, dude. I'm good for 2 hours. My stomach doesn't bother me. You know,
legit.
like at work is the worst time because I'm going to the bathroom constantly. My shit's always hurting.
Yeah, I was leaving for work. I was going out on my break. I go out on my last break the same time he leaves work. And I'm outside on my, vape break, vaping and shit. And I see him walk out the door at like 4:15. I'm like, what the fuck, you just not leaving? Like, yeah, I had to take a shit.
Bro, if I don't, I'll be in that car ride like, oh, fuck. Dude, it hurts, bro. And like the bathroom just relieves it. But if I come home,
crazy.
I never use the bathroom because I just smoke
yeah.
and I'm chill, dude, for the rest of the night. It's really it's weird that it does that type of thing for you, and it also gives you the awesome euphoria. It breaks down your mind, like you said. It just gives you a different way of thinking,
I think it's like no other fucking plant ever. I think it's from a different world. People say
Might
say it's
be.
from the dog star, man. Serious.
Look at it, man. What other plant looks like that?
And why does it smell so
hey,
good?
I mean, it's got male and female.
Everything was placed here for us. We just had to find it and use it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's
You gotta
wild,
understand
man.
now they have a cure for Ebola.
Huh?
They say they do,
They
yeah.
have a cure for it. That shit been in Africa. It's in the trees, a specific tree you can use. You can eat the stuff off of it. It's a cure for Ebola. Everything is already here.
Just gotta find
You
it.
just gotta find it. You gotta know how to use it. That's why they travel through before they're burning it. Well, they're going to burn the jungles down because it has way too much stuff that would just heal.
Yeah, see, that's a
And
shame.
they're getting
Fuck
rid
that.
of it.
Those are the evil people right there.
They're literally
Yeah.
getting rid of it because of
People behind the money.
there. Right. Same people getting rid of what? Bumblebees. They're getting rid of bees, bro. They killing them.
So that's why I think if Bitcoin they
These are
fuck the
weak as
monetary
fuck now.
system, then that's why it fucks them because it's all about the monetization of
That's the control.
Everything.
That's the control.
They monetize our fucking clicks and scrolls and shit, bro. Like,
it's
crazy.
Dude, you know what Andrew Yang's trying to do? He's trying to literally monetize Google searches. He's trying to
Isn't that already?
tax. Basically, Google makes money, obviously, off of our Google searches. He
Yeah.
wants to tax every single Google search. Like a
Who
certain
pays the
percent.
tax?
fuck these
Google?
assholes. Fuck
Oh,
these
yeah.
assholes, man. Jesus Christ.
That's what they want. Well, no, I mean, I think the reason he wants to do it is to then use that money to fight automation and losing jobs and stuff like that.
Taxation is theft.
It is. No, it is. But I mean, sometimes you got to tax the guys that aren't getting taxed. Like, Amazon doesn't pay
I'm off
taxes.
the grid, man.
Some people make entirely too much money, bro. Like,
Amazon.
Jeff Bezos lost half his money in a divorce and is still the
gets-
richest man on earth. That's nuts.
Imagine
Yeah,
being
dude,
the
it's-
wife. What a bitch. Like,
What a MILF you mean?
yeah. Mrs. Bezos.
She's no longer Mrs. Bezos. Respect her. Respect my woman.
I kind of look like Bezos now a little bit.
No. He's a little shorter in the hair.
Oh, way short. He's bald.
I'm talking about, he buzzes it lower.
Bald people are the master race, I think.
You don't like the baldy, do you?
Joe Rogan's woke, bro.
Hold up, did you just say skinheads was the
Oh,
master race?
that sounds horrible.
Shit!
That was bad.
No Nazi podcast.
Yeah.
That's who wrote the
He's got a little hair left.
This is the bathroom.
This is the new Fourth Reich podcast.
World War Z, man.
That's right. No, but really though, like when that's what made me want to cut my hair. When Joe Rogan was like, he was talking about it on his podcast, and I was watching it, and he was like, someone was like, so what? Yeah, what happened to your hair? We saw you were, you just shaved it one day. He's like, well, I got tired, I was like insecure of it. I was always trying to get implants and have something to fix it, and he was like, what a fucking waste of my energy that was. Who gives a fuck about my head? He's like, except for me, and I'm wasting all this time and energy on it, bro. When he said that, something in my mind, I was high as fuck at the time, laying in bed like.
He gave you a shroom experience.
And when he said it, I kind of thought about the stories you two told me. I was like, man, it like hit me hard. I looked at. Yo, man, that like really like he
it's
spoke to me.
part of your ego dying. That's what it is.
Yeah, bro.
Nobody really cares, and if they do,
no one
fuck
does.
them.
Yeah. That's right.
Fuck them.
And she looks at me. She goes, "You're not gonna ask me to shave your head now, are you?" And I'm like, "No." The next day, I'm like, "Dude, I gotta do it. Like, I just gotta." And I'll tell
How
you,
does she feel about it?
She likes it. She said that the confidence looks sexy on me. And I don't know what confidence it is, but
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
That's good. I'll tell you, I just feel free, bro. Like, I don't spend no time in the mirror. I don't constantly doing this. I don't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
It's easy, man. My little brother did it. Like,
Dude.
once his shit went, he was like, oh, yeah.
Good for him,
Yeah.
man.
And
That nigga had hair one time I seen him, ain't had no hair since.
If anybody's listening to this bitch and you're going bald, it doesn't matter what age you are, dude. Just buzz it down. Buzz it, keep it short. It doesn't matter.
It depends on your head shape, whether you buzz it or shave it.
Yeah, if you got
a more round head,
and look,
shave
some
it.
people don't have nice nuts, bro. Like
And if you ain't got a beard, wait, what?
Pause.
Nuts.
I gave you $500 to check it out.
5,000.
No, it was 500, man. Get out of here.
But no, like
$5 food.
Hey, I'm lucky.
Shit.
I'm lucky though, because some guys like they think that like it's. Well, the way I think about it in my head is like, what's your first level of confidence? Everybody's born with hair. Everybody styles their hair differently because it's
not everybody's born with hair.
But that's true. Well, you know what I mean. But like, it's what
some kind of hair.
It's what characterizes
like Charlie
you.
Villanueva. What's that shit called?
Charlie Brown. Oh, you got a disease, but that's rare.
But you get what I'm saying, though.
But it's people like you born with no hair.
And
like,
they probably go through some hard shit. I would imagine because
You
it's
should
just
embrace it, man.
it's the one thing. Yeah, it's like people just it's like you characterize it with yourself. It's part of your ego.
I mean, it's fucking natural. It's not like you did something wrong.
No.
You're just not like most other people, or
That's
maybe
right.
you are like a lot of other
it's just
people, but
it's characterized as a bad thing when you start losing hair. But fucking 30-40% of the world loses their hair.
Yeah, it's not like rare.
Yeah, but I don't know why it took
cares?
me so long to realize that.
you're only
so long.
Yeah, so
23.
long. Yeah, I know.
Baby.
Yeah, but most guys don't go bald at 23.
You could have been in
True.
the hair closet till you were 29.
I'm glad I fucking wasn't, bro. I'm glad
Put on a fucking wig, man.
No.
I don't want a wig. I don't
know.
need a wig.
I
You
know.
know,
You don't.
I don't care. It's
Yeah, man, I
There
think
you
it
go.
actually looks pretty cool, man.
Thanks, bro.
When
I
I seen it, I was
appreciate
like, okay, look at him.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis.
Could be an emo band just singing and shit.
Shut
singing
up,
their little heart out.
Are you going to play basketball with headbands on them?
Bruh, hold on, I don't even know if I saved it, but I made this Snapchat, I sent it to Sammy. Bruh, I hopped in the mirror because I just got this new headband the other day before I cut my hair. And I put
Did
it
you
on.
actually buy headbands?
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna
play
buy a
basketball.
whole
I
bunch
sweat.
now.
I don't know if I really sweat now, if I will, but I used to sweat a lot when I played basketball.
I mean, your thin ass hair was not causing you to sweat. So.
Whatever. Regardless, I sweat. Yeah, like a monster. You know I do. I told you. But, like, anyways, I put it on, and, bruh, I just turned the camera on, and I was like, Sammy, check this shit out. I can do the LeBron. I pulled that shit up a little bit. I was like, damn, I got a clean
All the
hairline.
money in the world can't make that hairline, man.
Nah, bro.
No.
Hey, that was the greatest comeback in
every 6
NBA
months
history,
it comes
bro.
back. Every
Yeah.
6 months.
I
Did
love
you see
LeBron.
the
I'm gonna say
video?
LeBron, greatest player ever to play the game. Period. I'll
Yes.
say that
I
right
can
there.
agree with that.
I
I'll say that right there.
Kobe used to be my favorite player. Most people still on Jordan Dick. but it's people
Old
better than
heads,
Jordan.
dude.
I'm
Old-
old enough to watch a little bit of Jordan.
It ain't all just old
He was the
heads.
first.
Majestic,
He was the first.
yeah,
He was
but
the first, man.
He
I mean,
like changed the game.
Yeah,
He
Air
changed
Jordan,
basketball to what it is today.
yes.
I
But
just mean
LeBron's
LeBron
just a
is-
whole other thing, man.
Did
LeBron
you want
is
to
a-
hear another conspiracy? I know it's probably fake, but it's a weird
never know,
conspiracy
man. The
that they
rabbit hole
took her,
goes deep.
inseminated her with LeBron with the superhuman cells, and that's why LeBron's just this monster. And did the government give him the test on her superhuman capabilities? Maybe. Do they have any control on LeBron playing sports? No. But if you had superhuman capabilities, what would you do? You'd probably play sports because that's the easiest avenue to take. With
I
your,
don't know.
If he had superhuman capabilities, I'm sure it wouldn't
Bro,
have taken that
he's-
long to win a ring.
He's a monster. That's cool.
I'm just saying, like superhuman,
But
bro.
like, just look at him, bro. He's not meant.
He's
Humans
the
aren't
He
meant
had
to
Sasha
be built.
Pavlovich and Drew Gooden,
He's the
man.
perfect basketball player. He's
Yes.
6'8".
And he's built.
He
But there's
has
not many
guard
like him.
abilities
And he's-
with forward abilities.
And he has the balance of a 5-foot dude. You know what I mean? Like he's just
He's an athlete.
he's the ultimate athlete,
Yeah,
bro.
sure.
Like that's just the thing. He's 30. How old
I
is he
mean,
now?
He's 35. He's my
30
age.
yeah,
he's my
30
age.
yeah, he just turned
34.
35.
He's actually
He just
probably
turned
he can still
35, like
and he
2
can get
days
to the
ago.
paint better than any rookie can. You know what I mean? Like he just
I mean, who can
like he just does what he wants. He can score whenever he wants.
He's like Shaq, but as a small
Yeah,
forward.
Yeah.
As a guy that can get
as
around.
dominant Shaq was,
Yeah.
dominant as Shaq was.
Like you know how Shaq could probably get to the hoop whenever he wanted to.
Yeah.
That's what LeBron
That's
can
what
do
LeBron
from
is, but he can dribble.
from anywhere. Yeah,
like yeah.
yeah,
Greatest player ever.
yeah.
As of
would-
this moment,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it'll change. Maybe
could've-
Antetokounmpo
It's gonna
will
be a
become.
long time.
Antetokounmpo is a freak of nature.
Yeah.
That's true.
7 foot, and he
Luka
has
Doncic, man.
Luka. Did you see that he's just like he doesn't even like know Luka Doncic.
Oh man.
I ain't watched the
Oh,
NBA in a few
my
years.
I
man.
haven't
God.
really much of you, but this
He's
guy
a
is
20-year-old kid come from Europe, and he says
been
that
playing in Euroball
he says
for-
Euroball is harder,
yeah.
than NBA. He says NBA guys don't try. He says they're all just here for a paycheck. Players
Most
don't
of them
like them.
probably are.
They probably are. James Harden, no way. That motherfucker goes out there and he hacks the
He
game.
traveling.
Dude, he's-
manufactured.
That's simulated, bro.
I'll say this: manufactured superstar, but an awesome player too. I mean, you would not
Yeah.
want, you would want him on your team. The dude's just phenomenal. I think he's a little cocky too, but
Oh yeah,
A little.
They all are.
yeah, he got
Fear
Some
my
are, but-
beard. I'll set your shit on fire.
Fear the
He
beard,
could shoot from anywhere, man.
dude. He can. And I watched him
Yeah,
live,
if he takes
bro.
two fucking step backs in a row.
Then he'll look at you and lick his lips and do a little shit in the air. Like,
I just traveled and they ain't called.
yeah.
I'm like,
That's basically what he's doing. He's bragging, like, check me out, bitch. I
got
can
the
do what I
cheat
want.
code. He got
like
the
LeBron.
gauntlet.
Party after
He
the
got the
game.
gauntlet. That's what it is.
Do you remember LeBron walking up the court with the
recently
ball?
this year.
Yeah, that's like
That was like
a month ago.
That was a carry. I don't know if that
Dude,
was a travel.
well, yeah, he
though.
carried.
But still, it's like in the
ball.
backcourt. It don't really matter.
yeah,
It's not like
he-
somebody was trying to steal it. Like, it
No,
don't
no.
fucking matter.
They call that shit on anybody else, though.
Yeah, but James Harden be like, he'll jump back 3 times in a row while holding the ball like a baby. And then he just shoot that bitch.
But here's the thing: even though he does do that, not anybody can just shoot a fucking.
No, but he got
free
a jumper.
with a
Yeah,
and,
He has game.
and most of these people are contesting him, bro. Their hands are right here.
Then he'll kick out the legs like you fouled me. No, man.
Yeah, like,
You didn't
don't
fouled.
get me wrong. He
He is
has
kind of
game.
a
He can
flopper.
dribble. He can shoot. He know what he's doing.
He can still put that ball in the hoop like
but
nobody else.
if they call travel on his ass, he'd average like half of what he does. Like,
if they called it
yeah.
conspiracy,
Dude,
man.
I don't think he's
fucking
traveling. I think that there's a loophole. He found a loophole.
No.
He did.
No.
And you can't just
No.
shame him for finding a loophole.
Yes, I can. I can loophole shame you.
He hopped out the,
The
hamster
traveling
wheel.
cheat.
That's
I
it.
can, I can loophole shame you.
He did L1,
You
L2,
can't
R2,
slut shame.
R1, R2, up,
Can't
down, left,
fat
right.
shame. I'm loophole shaming.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
that.
You can't make fun of, what was it Dave Chappelle said? Gay people, right?
Alphabet people.
The alphabet people.
Yeah.
The alphabet.
Yeah.
You ever heard of that?
I've watched a lot of Chappelle, but what was that?
The last one, the latest one.
Did
on
you
Netflix.
see it?
I don't know if I
Go
saw
watch that shit
Oh
immediately
my
when you get
god,
home.
dude, it's the
so funny.
funniest shit ever. With Anthony Bourdain, it opens with Anthony Bourdain
Oh,
jokes.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
He immediately
You
starts making
didn't
fun
see
of
it.
suicide.
If
It's
you
great.
don't remember seeing it, you didn't see
He
it.
immediately talked about suicide?
He talked about Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain just killed himself. He comes out on stage and goes, "Oh yeah, Anthony Bourdain. He travels to the most exotic places, eats the world's
Maybe
most exotic foods with the most world-renowned people, kills himself."
No, he ain't go straight to kills
No.
himself.
I thought he did.
Talking about the Foot Locker dude.
No, he switches and then he goes to the Foot Locker dude. It's like a whole new story.
The Foot Locker dude. He started talking about how shitty the Foot Locker dude life was and how he didn't kill himself.
He started with Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, but that was the Foot Locker dude was part of the Anthony Bourdain. He switched from the Foot Locker dude to from Anthony Bourdain to the Foot Locker dude. Like this dude got fired, lost his job,
and he's wearing the whole fucking
he's still alive.
Yeah, and he's still ain't killing himself. He threw it back to that joke. That was perfect.
Is this season 3 or is this like from?
No, it's a stand-up.
This is stand-up.
Okay, so
it's a Netflix special.
You know, a lot of people say that that's actually a clone of Dave Chappelle.
I've heard that too because he looks
really
very
him.
different, dude.
Well, that clone funny than motherfucker.
No, dude, you need to watch this shit. His alphabet people.
Man, you gotta watch that shit. You got Netflix?
No, actually, I might have access.
Go
to
get
it,
the trial.
Go to the trial 38.
It's worth it.
Right,
Hulu. Is he on Hulu?
No. Bro, he tells this joke
like
about
Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
Oh my god, he tells this joke about the different types, the alphabet
the
people,
LGBT. You know,
alphabet.
I don't even know this shit.
He tells about
the correct
in
order.
a car and them all driving in a car. It's the funniest joke, bro.
Yeah, you got.
What was the movie? One of the earlier movies Dave was in. Oh yes,
Half Baked.
And what's the movie with Martin Lawrence? Is it
Blue Streak?
Blue Streak, great movie.
Oh yeah, he was
great
in Blue Streak.
movie, great fucking movie, man. Fuck, good shit.
Ain't that when Martin was dancing on the other side of the border at the end? Like
Yeah, they were right on the, you know. I guess I can't arrest you.
Yeah,
you know, you're right there. I guess not.
Shit.
Shit.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
That was really good. Martin, fucking, he's great.
I ain't like his show.
Oh, I love this
He
show.
trashes Martin.
Oh, I
You
love
don't like
Martin.
the Martin show?
I love
Oh
Martin.
man, you crazy.
I like Martin too.
Niggas just been stealing my black card for decades.
Man.
Over
And
that
I didn't
shit.
watch Martin when I was younger. I only
'Cause
watched it when I
yeah.
was 12 or 13.
Because you
I
were
thought it
just
was
born.
funny.
Yeah.
I thought
it
it
came
was
out before
funny.
you were
It's a
born.
great show.
Yeah, but
Tisha-
at 12 or 13, I thought it
Tisha
was
Campbell.
It's too slapstick for me. I like certain parts.
It's
but for the
good.
most
It's
part,
good feeling.
Yeah,
It's
it's
too
good feeling,
slapstick,
right.
It's
man.
man, like the comedy of it, I don't like. I like the show, like the premise of the show.
Yeah.
But the comedy is too
It's like the Black
slapstick.
Seinfeld, really, is what
Like
it is.
Roscoe?
It's so good, dude.
No.
It's so good.
Well, some of
Martin's
it, some
You
of
like
it, like
Fresh Prince, don't
you get
you?
the sarcastic comments, but then you get shit like Roscoe and Jerome. Like it's just too goofy
you like Fresh
sometimes.
Prince?
I love it, man.
Fresh Prince
Yeah,
is all
Brother Man,
goofy and good
Brother
feeling.
No, Fresh Prince was jokes,
Real.
like
It was
sarcasm.
real. It was real too.
was
like,
good.
It was one episode. Uncle Phil was like, "Fetch my tools," and Jeffrey was like, "You mean your knife and fork?" Like it's just like it's witty.
Jeffrey, break
I
out
like
Lucille.
witty. I like witty comedy. I like witty comedy.
No, I do
like,
too.
you know
I
what
do
I'm saying?
too. I understand.
Like that's why I really like Wayans Brothers. It was cool when I was younger. I can't watch that shit now.
White Chicks, I don't think it's funny.
No, I'm talking about the show Wayans Brothers.
No, I know, but I don't think
I
that
didn't
White
watch
Chicks.
the movie White Chicks.
I never
I'm not
thought it was
wasting-
funny, bro.
You wasted your time. I would never watch that.
Well, White Chicks, you never seen it?
No, I'm not watching that
It's
shit.
normal.
Terry
It's
Crews
a
is
certain
funny.
type of humor. Yeah, Terry Crews, man.
I like Terry Crews, but
Like after a while, the Wayans
Idiocracy,
Brothers
man.
movies just got
Idiocracy.
stale. I love the scary movie, like the first few
whatever.
scary movies.
You got corporate.
Yeah.
Most of them, when they get the money, man, they
Yeah.
do what they do.
They
to get
gotta
more
do what
money.
they gotta do
Yeah.
for that money.
Yeah.
right on.
Yeah, I think we're good for today, y'all.
Yeah, I feel like we that was 2 hours.
That was episode 8 of the No HR podcast.
That's right.
Rob Cornelius. You got Jake Reed, OG Leo. And we want to thank our guest Marco for coming through today.
Happy to be here. Happy New Year.
Discussing all
Thank
the
you, guys.
craziness with us, so we
Yeah,
don't
dude,
look
it was
crazy
good
by
having you on,
ourselves.
man. It was good.
Thank you. It's
I
fun.
can't
Yeah.
wait to listen back to the craziness,
Yeah,
bro.
thank you
Dude,
for coming through.
the first fucking 30 minutes of this shit,
The first hour
dude.
is all conspiracy shit.
Yeah,
Like, we
bro,
was on
like,
it.
I remember looking at the thing after like 30 minutes. I was like, damn, we really just talked about that for 30 minutes.
But we was on it though.
Dude, yeah, we were on that shit from the moment we sat
This is
down.
a great fucking episode.
It is. I
Like,
can't wait.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, hey, any sugar daddies out there, sugar mamas.
If y'all any
Virtual, no, look, virtual. You want me to send you a picture? Sure. Fill my PayPal,
No,
dude.
go hit you up. It's gonna be Sammy.
y'all got
Oh,
any,
yeah, no, Sammy's gonna be like, hey, I heard you were looking for,
if y'all got any BTC, you know, I'll do some things.
yeah, this guy, yeah. But yeah, plug the show, damn it.
All right, thank y'all for tuning in. That was episode 8. Check us out on Twitter at the No HR Podcast, Instagram at the No HR Podcast. The website is the nohrpodcast.com, and we on all your favorite streaming platforms. Hope y'all have a good weekend.
Happy New Year.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.